Hello, everyone, and welcome to RHAP's coverage of Australian Survivor Titans vs. Rebels. I'm your host, Shannon Guss, here for some final preseason coverage before we get into the premiere on Monday. I'm here for a preseason staple. Everyone says can't finish the preseason without it. It is so important, and I agree. I'm here with Baby Boy himself, one of my favorite podcasters and people, the great Brice Izyah. Brice, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me, Shannon. Of course, this is like a tradition at this point, so I am excited to be here. But honestly, if I'm being real, the only reason why I agreed to do this is that one, me doing this, I'm already 5 points ahead of you in 2024. And yeah, so I'm just trying to gain some more points on this Shannon and Brice point system that does not really exist, but only seems to exist whenever we podcast.
Yeah, the point system has been going now for 3.5 years. That was 2020. And do people remember that podcast? I hope so. That was still probably my
Oh,
favorite podcast I've ever done. So
girl, it's funny. People still tweet about it. Like,
yeah,
we need to get
it
the
was a
band
moment in
back
time.
together.
Yeah, it was so good. That was when we did, so for those who don't know, the casual Big Brother cast assessment. And honestly, if anyone hasn't listened and has time, they should watch it because it truly was my favorite podcast ever. But it started this weird competitive thing between me and Brice, me being competitive with someone. Can you imagine? And then last year you came on and did It's a Look. And now we're going to do it again. And I'm
Yeah.
really excited because there's a few people, they were already like, the second the cast was announced, people were like, Brice is going to be thinking this about this certain outfit or this person. So I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
But Brice, you don't know much about the season, you said, so I'm gonna explain it to you just in the. And this is good for the people who don't know much about Australian Survivor and want to jump in. They can do it with this. Titans versus Rebels is the theme.
Okay.
What exactly does that mean? We've worked it through. Titans are like the man, the rule makers, the Goliaths, and the
Oh.
Rebels are like the rule breakers.
Oh.
It's not super consistent. Like it's picky. Like all Survivor themes, it's like people could have been in both, but they've like been delineated into these like very stark binaries.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like with a title like that, it means like it has to be zaddy galore. But also, that's in my opinion what Survivor Australia is.
Yeah, it's true.
So, I'm excited to see what we got. Now my job, I'm already about to bust up the name. I was like, Titans versus Gladiators. No, Titans versus
Not
Rebels.
Gladiators.
Not
Actually, there
Gladiators.
was a show named Gladiators, and that didn't do so well, and that's why the premiere got brought up. So maybe that's where you're getting it a little twisted. But there was a
Oh.
different Gladiator themed show. So it's all newbies for anyone who wants to dive in. There's a lot of fans this time. Starts on Monday. That's basically the crib notes. Also, my personal housekeeping, literally, like, I was saying to Brice before the podcast started, it is 40 degrees in Australia today in Sydney, which is 104 Fahrenheit. I looked it up to be able to translate. I'm dying. Like I might not make it through this podcast. We'll see how long I go because there's no fan in here while we record. Brice, I'm melting. Like I'm literally like Wicked Witch of the West style going down, but I'm excited to dive to the dulcet tones of your cast assessment analysis.
I'm excited to listen. I was telling you before, girl, we got some snow in Philly. So if you need me to ship some or send it your way
I
in
do.
Australia, I would gladly send it your way.
I mean, there seems like there's probably easier ways to be cooler, but like, yes, give me all the cold vibes right now because I'm truly sweltering. And so, you know, for those who don't know, It's a Look. How dare you? Brice is going to look at the cast photos without knowing anything else, and he's going to give us his predictions. Last year, I'm trying to think who you said Sarah. She actually didn't go that well.
So yeah,
Yeah,
but I did predict a fan favorite,
Jerry.
Jerry. And I was spot on with that. So I just felt like, the It's a Look, it's really like, your cast
Vibe.
photos tell you a
Mhm.
lot, right? Like, me
Yeah.
as a former Survivor player, I know what it's like to be in front of that camera. And I feel like, especially with a newbie season, it really tells you a lot. Your body language, the clothes that you're wearing. And again, when you can see it in comparison to the other players that we'll see, it's so easy. Like, it's just really it's a gift. And some people are like, well, what is the science behind it? I am the science. Okay. I'm
Yes.
the science
That's what
behind
I'm
it.
saying. The way that you read into the vibes and the essence of these people from one photo, there are some things that you say that are truly like you're a witch. Like you should be burned at the stake. Like that's how I feel. So I'm excited about it. It's gonna be good. And you know what about Jerry? Took me 7 weeks to notice this. Roughly about 22 episodes. Owen actually pointed out to me on my like if not penultimate podcast, like pretty much, Jerry had a nipple tattoo, but I never noticed. So
See, I told you, I knew it. The way he was leaned up against that tree, listen, I knew from the moment I saw Jerry. So I ain't
yeah.
surprised. I want to know what else is
Well,
here.
yeah, it was kind of surprising, I think, but you knew you can predict. Maybe some of these people will predict who has a nipple tattoo
Oh,
based on what we can and can't see.
oh.
Well, maybe we'll do most likely to have a nipple tattoo,
Yeah.
and we'll go through it like
Okay.
that.
Yes.
All right. And last time you thought that my pictures were too small, so I hope that they're to your liking. I'm going to add my presentation here to the stage. There it is.
I forgot about this. I forgot about that. And then people in the comments were like, "The photos are fine, Brice."
They were fun. It was very much on you.
I'm listen, Shannon. We not start this podcast off like that. But you might have been right. So listen, we going. You know what? Actually, let me make my. All right, I just made a full screen. So okay.
Yeah. Well, we didn't have it full screen last year, Bryce. I think we found the problem. Like that was it. I'm actually gonna make mine full screen. I don't need it. It's fine. I can see fine, and I'm like I don't have good eyesight. Anyway, so for those not watching the video, you probably should. It's a very video-based podcast, but I have a presentation here: Australian Survivor Titans v Rebels. Issa look, a presentation by Shannon Guss. I'm just gonna be sculling my Gatorade, by the way, as we do this podcast. Let's do it. Let's get into it. Let's get into the present. So this is a cast, Bryce, and I know that you like to, look into. So what grabs you from this like initial big cast?
Initial, I feel like it's giving me like very bad ass. Like, like I feel like, but again, I also feel like with the title of it, it seems like they're kind of playing up. But immediately I am just my eyes are going to like the Rebels. I feel like I can automatically see the Rebels, but I'm getting good energy from this cast, and I like this cast as a whole. It's interesting to see. I see my one older player. I see my sister right there who is like she is staring me right in my face.
Which one?
She is looks like she has the shortcut. She's like kind of dead in the middle, standing with her arms crossed.
Okay.
Piercing at us. And then I see like maybe towards if you're looking at our screen, like the left, I see like the younger guy with the open button shirt and the hat, like he gives me young gamer
Charles.
fan. So yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
well,
liking
that's true.
His name is Drew.
No, that's true. He's a young gamer fan.
Oh, okay.
Although he does have glasses and looks very nerdy. That you are right, but I feel like that one was like pretty tellable. But when this came out, everyone wanted your opinion on Valeria at front row, big blue fluffy jacket.
Oh, okay. First of all, it's the fluffy jacket for me. It is the knee up, one knee up, one knee down. So first of all, it's giving very much main character energy. And what was her name? Valeria?
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, come on, House of Thrones. Like, I'm loving. It's the puff jacket for me. So like, that's it right there. Like, should I say Queen Valeria already? Because
people are.
That puff jacket, and it's not even a full puff jacket, right? It's the crop top puff jacket.
It's fluffier than you think. It's like a fluffy jacket.
Yeah, and it's like, who crimps her hair? Okay, like listen, we need to just acknowledge Queen Valeria already. She's going to eat. Like I'm already. Okay, let me calm down. We haven't even got to a solo photo. Also, it's like the lady in front, who is sitting kind of like cross-legged with a bandana, blonde hair. Oh, she is definitely giving me rebel vibe. She's giving.
That is a man. You mean Raymond?
Is that Raymond? Okay, well listen. I like Raymond.
I see what the photo is too small, bro.
So, listen, I want to complain about the size, but yeah. So I like Raymond too. Raymond gives me like rock star energy. I feel like Raymond could be a rock star, or Raymond could be like a librarian.
It's more the second one. He works in like a video game store. But you hedged your bet, so you had one or the other,
right?
So, and on gender too. So there we go. We got both.
I also see somebody that is slaying. She's kind of like right behind Raymond. She's got on the straw hat. She has her midriff. Oh, wait a minute. It's like a whole row of them. Oh.
Yeah, no, I see what you mean. They're all giving us face. They're all serving face, that whole row. Yeah.
It's giving me Charlie's Angels, AU. Oh.
Okay. Sarah,
Ooh.
Frankie, and Jessica. I see what you that like trio of, and there's 2 straw hats. There's actually 3. There's a lot of hats. There's a lot of,
Three.
yeah. All right.
Oh,
And
okay.
then
All right.
Caroline
Oh,
over
I'm
there. All right, let's
excited.
get into. Should we just get into the? Okay, where's my thing? All right, these are the Titans. Just a bit of a closer look. What else? Does
Oh,
anything stand out to you specifically?
oh,
Valeria has the jacket on one shoulder now. I
Yes,
noticed
and
because
then
it's
it's
hot.
like it looks
Yeah.
like her pants might even be like velour. Valeria is eating. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
No, she's a
Valeria
model. So.
ate down. Ooh. Yeah, this tribe, it looks interesting because I feel like the Titans, they don't know whether or not, like, are we superheroes or are we like villains that, because some villains are in the scheme of like superpower shows, right? Like sometimes there are people that like have powers and they don't really know, like, do I use my power for good or do I just kind of,
Anti-heroes.
right? Yeah, like, so it's like I feel like this vibe is giving me like there are some very clear heroes and then there are some very clear, like, they just discovered that they had powers and they don't know what to really do with them.
Yeah, like adolescent superhero coming of age TV show.
Right. Like, I feel like if we're
But some
looking
will be
at,
bad.
right, the guy that is kneeling down or the person that is kneeling down with the blue light, for sure they just got their powers and they were like, let me put on a little cool little outfit with the bandana and the hair.
Yeah.
So yeah, I
He
am
looks like he could be a Power Ranger.
right, for sure.
Yeah,
Or
no, I get
or
it.
their older brother was a Power Ranger and like they just want to follow in their brother footsteps.
Super specific, but I definitely like am picking up what you're putting down. Okay, let's get to some of these. So this is Titans. I hope you're enjoying my presentation. Let's
Yes.
start with the Titan women because I really wanted to
Ooh.
get to Valeria quickly. This is Caroline. What do you think about
Okay.
Caroline?
So we love Caroline. Like, first of all, it gives very, very, very like mom,
Yeah.
homemaker, but I have a career, right? Like, I feel like she had a career before she started having children. She had children, and then after the children were all in school, she went back to her roots as an entrepreneur, running some high level in a company. I also feel like she has to have at least 3 children. And I feel like one of the children, and I don't know why, this is just the vision that is coming to me. One of the children is like into fashion and all of this. And they are like,
Oh
Mom,
wow.
you got to pop the collar. So I feel like Caroline is like, you know what? Homage to my babies. I feel like this is an interesting pose, right? This is one we've never really seen before. Because again, she's giving a straight on. She's got her jacket open, cuffs down. So in my opinion, that is her telling us, like, I'm ready to get to work. Don't think because my age I can't get to work. Also, it's like she's holding up a very like hi, but also it's like that could be a boxing stance, right? So
Yeah,
she
now
could,
that you say it.
right, she could be ready to fight. And also it's like, I don't really love hands, and especially like the thumbs are bad juju, but she's
Mm.
hiding her thumbs.
Mm.
So I feel like Carolyn is, I'm loving this energy. It's feeling like very warm, but also like I'm strategic. Like I've had to manage my company, my kids. Also, look at like the body and her hair. Like, she pays attention to details. And so I feel like she's definitely going to know who is working with who. So we love Carolyn. Good energy, love the style, very friendly, but also it's like, listen, I'm not a fighter, but don't test me, right? Like, so I feel like she is here to do the work and here to give us the looks. So,
Yeah, well, she is a mother of I think 3 kids. I don't know how fashion savvy they are because that's one part removed from anything that I have, but she's a high level like midwife. So you said like company, it's
uh,
more, yeah. So she's like probably managing in a hospital ward, obviously incredibly impressive medical career. Now that you've mentioned it, her hands are very enigmatic. Like at first, they're kind of like an optical illusion. At first you see them and they are popping the collar, that's what you assume. But then when you look at it, they could be like ready to fight, or they could be
right,
like woo woo, like
right. Like
woo, yeah, like we're doing a little jig.
cheering on the kids at the soccer game. But also, it's
Yeah.
like, you're right. I definitely could see her in that medical field, right? And so it's
Mm.
like, again, a midwife, you have to coach people. Like, you have to like kaput, like, so it's like she has all of the things that we need to be like, I feel like she's going to be in a dominant alliance. Now, she might not be our winner, but I feel like she is going to be a core reason as to why our winner is the winner, because she is going to be there.
Well, that's as well what she could be doing in a challenge, right? Like when they're pushing something really heavy, which they always are, push. That's like really good midwife skills. Breathe through it. You can do if they're carrying something really heavy. Like I think those skills will be essential. Another note on these photos. Last year we had, I think the ones where they're always like they do like kind of like editorialized like dirty photos. We don't have that. And last year they were on the beach, but this year
On the
they're like
beach.
in front of a background.
Yep.
Mike mentioned their footwear, like they were all wearing Crocs, or a lot of them were wearing Crocs, but we don't have the feet pics here. That was more on the press pack, but the official pics cut it mid kind of
because
body.
you know the feet stance tell a lot as
It
well,
does,
right?
yeah. I'm
You
sorry.
know, if they're dug into the sand, if they look like they're going to trip, like it really kind of tells us a lot. But I also feel like these studio photos, one, we could see them, and two,
Your screen is full size, Brice. That has been the major difference today. I'm glad
and
we
I like.
solved that. It took 1 year.
I mean, listen, okay, 1 year later, 1 year later.
Yeah.
But also, I feel like we can, with these background and the colors, it helps exude their energy better. So again, Carolyn has really good energy, and so we love Queen Carolyn.
All right, let's keep moving. This is one of the
Oh,
other Charlie's Angels you identified. This is Frankie. Thoughts
yes.
on Frankie?
Yes. Okay. We love Frankie. Looks like a little, this could be like a camisole or a bodysuit. She's got her hands in the jeans. I can tell by just if these are jeans, I can tell by just the way her poses, how her feet are. And so it makes me a little worried for her, because it just, for me, when you stand like how you are standing in this pose, if something comes at you unexpectedly, it's hard for you to like grasp yourself and catch. So that makes me a little nervous. But again, I do love this standard hand in the pocket, one hand down, because I always say that that means like your hand on the side is like, what's up? We you want to rumble with the B, but the other hand down is like, I'm open, I'm ready to listen. It does make me nervous that I can see her thumb, so it concerns me for Frankie. If you know, she might have to lie, or she might think that she's hiding her cards better. People are going to be able to see it. However, we love the tattoos. I feel like people with tattoos, they tell a story. So I feel like she has lived experience that I feel like will help her in this game. But she seems super fun. I definitely feel like she's beautiful, but also I feel like Frankie is one of these people that's like, don't let my beauty fool you, right? Like, I will stab you in the back if I need to. I like, you know, Frankie gives me I grew up with brothers, and if my car break down, I could do my oil change and change my tire. So I feel like she's resilient. I feel like she's resourceful, and she looks strong. So loving the energy, just a little nervous with that thumb and that stance, because if something come from the side that she isn't expecting, if one of her allies turn on her, she's like, I feel like she's
Off
going to be
balance.
flustered, right, and like not know what to do. And so that worries me, especially Survivor AU, because it's way longer, and you got to be able to kind of like know what's going around, know your surroundings, know what's up. But we love Frankie though.
Frankie's a hair salon owner in Bondi. So she's got the glam, but she does seem pretty tough. So what do you think? Pre-merge, post-merge?
I'm gonna say a hairstylist, they tend to do well on
Jam.
Survivor. Yes. So I'm gonna say post merge for Frankie.
All right, let's keep it moving. This is Jessica, another one that you
Oh.
identified as a Charlie's
Yes.
Angel midriff. Yeah, she had the hat. Thoughts on Jessica?
Okay.
And Jessica is an academic.
Okay.
Should I give you this before, or should I let you do your readings pure?
So let me do my reading and tell me.
Okay.
So
all right.
It's funny because I'm getting Debbie energy from Jessica, right?
Debbie
from
yeah, like Karong and
Karong, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's not a compliment.
Well, I think so. I loved it. I thought Debbie was entertaining, fun, and Debbie, like, she went far. But Jessica for me makes me a little nervous, right? I feel like from this photo, it's like I'm getting a little nervous. Like I don't really know what I'm in store for. And so she does have the quintessential winner pose, because your hands crossed is a winner pose, but she's also tilted to the side, something new and interesting. So I definitely feel like Jessica is like, I'm out here to win. Don't judge a book by its cover. I might be smaller, but I'm mighty. I feel like this is a very like loose, casual. She got her midriff out, so it's like I feel like she's with it. It just worries me that just from the pose a little bit, I'm just worried that like she's saying all the right things, but I just want Jessica to believe all the things that she is saying. You know what I'm saying? I definitely get a career person from her. I feel like it's not the career that you would think. For me, it's more like non-corporate or some type of, I don't know, just something that's like business, non-corporate. But I do like Jessica. I think her smile is great, but I'm just getting she's a little nervous. And so like
Mm.
I want you to own it a little more. So that makes me just when we get out on the tribes, you know, if things aren't people aren't talking to you, I don't want you to like pull back. I need for you to like step up. I need for you to like make things happen. And so that's just the only thing that worries me about Jessica. But I love the energy.
Yeah, well, she's like a science lecturer. She's a, so
Oh.
but this is what you say, like it's a strong stance because she's, crossing her arms. But for me, when it's on the side, that's the hiding a little bit, right? Wouldn't it be stronger if she was front on? Isn't that's where
Right.
she's turning away a little bit more,
Right.
maybe
So it's like
reserved.
I came out here to win. Like I know all it like it gives me she definitely knows the game, right? Like I know all of the things what makes a winner. But again, just that tilt to the side is just like I don't know. So it's like I need Jessica to own it a little more. But
Mm.
I think she's going to be somebody that they underestimate, right? And in these new seasons of Survivor, sometimes it's not the people that you like are automatically thinking look like a winner. Sometimes it's the people that lie under the radar. So I feel like in a season like this could be something that is a definite benefit to our good sis Jessica.
Yeah, I guess we were worried because in her bio she said she doesn't feel empathy for other people, and we were like,
Mm.
oh, all right. And that
See
made me
that
concerned. So
that no
after,
for
I was kind
sure.
of out after that.
Because hearing that makes me nervous as well, where it's like there might be someone that maybe hurts themselves or falls and everyone's like, oh, and she's like, we got to target them, and then the
She's
tribe
just like
comes.
pointing and laughing.
Right, right. And then the tribe is like, Jessica said we should get rid of you. And then they will ultimately then turn on Jessica. So that makes me a little nervous for Jess.
No thumbs though. So empathy
N-
v thumbs. She's,
no
one
thumbs.
of those things is going well. Yeah, let's keep it moving. This is
Oh,
Kitty.
okay. Oh, okay. We like Kitty. We like the hair. We like the stance. Again, the hands on the hip, hand to the side. Hand on the hip means like I am ready to play. Like what you got for me. Hand on the side is like you play nice. I'ma be nice. Definitely, I feel like Kitty is into fitness. I feel like she could be a yoga instructor, Pilates, like something health wise. She could be into the essential oils. She definitely gives me that haircut. That means I feel like Kitty might have kids. She definitely gives me
Mom haircut.
like free spirit. So I feel like she'll be able to work with people. I feel like I almost get nervous of like the level of gameplay. Like, can I see Kitty like stabbing somebody in the back? But I definitely get that she is loyal and she is fit and she is like here to play. Like if you want smoke, I'm gonna give you smoke. But if you want to work with me, let's work, let's talk. So yeah, we like Kitty. Little
Well, yeah.
I was gonna say also she's tying the shirt. So again, for
Mm.
me, that is resourceful, right? Like it's like we're gonna make lemons out of lemonade. I feel like Kitty is going to be that up-spirited person at camp that's going to be uplifting people. Like she might even call people down and be like, y'all want to meditate with me? Let's, you want to stretch. Like I feel like that's going to be Kitty. And I feel like that type of energy is like invaluable.
Well, she's a health coach. So you got that right. And you said she might be into like, yeah, well, what did you say? Like essential oils. She has a supplement company. And you said that you didn't know if she would be able to stab people in the back. She literally said, I want everyone to win.
I mean, like
I know, I'm saying you were a witch. And so she was living like a wild kind of life and turned her whole life around and is now like a very successful, like massive companies, health coach, business person. But like and you've done very, very well. And like the loyalty thing, that's incredible. But like she looks fit. Like I would also, I think, get some sort of health person from this. Like she's
Right.
not exactly like chilling on the couch, I feel.
Right. She's definitely doing something. She definitely has a morning routine. She definitely has an afternoon routine. She's got a skincare regimen that she uses.
Yeah.
You know. So, and again,
Got
she's
her
got
life
that
together.
right. And she got that haircut that's like for me signifying like new chapter, new chapter in life. She sat down in Frankie's chair and was
Nice.
like, do what you want, and then Frankie turned her around and Kitty was like, hey, I like this. So like, I feel like Kitty has a new lease on life. And so I feel like she's going to surprise us in this game, right? Like, I feel like people aren't going to think that she's out there like strategically playing the game, but I feel like she is going to socially play the game and people are going to trust and like Kitty. But again, it just makes me a little nervous. Like, I feel like I could see Kitty a early post-merge boot.
Okay. Well, you have been really high on everyone. Someone at some point is going to have to be fodder for you. And it would be really scandalous if Frankie was a hairdresser, but it wouldn't be the first people in this tribe to have met before the game based on stuff I found in my Instagram stalking. So, but as far as I know, Frankie is not Kitty's hairdresser, but
Okay.
again, it wouldn't be so shocking based on the fact that there are people in this tribe who have met. So, okay. Well, here's Valeria.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm so sorry. I got to follow Valeria right now. Oh my God, Valeria!
It was worth doing Issa look just for when I saw Valeria, I was like, we have to do Issa look just for Valeria.
Oh my God. And wait, she got 1.4 million followers already.
But definitely doesn't. I think you're following the wrong Valeria.
Oh, okay. Maybe that might not be Valeria.
Maybe follow her too.
Where is she at? Okay, well, I'm gonna have to follow her after. Oh,
okay, okay, I'll find her after you. I'll find
and
her.
then send it. Yeah. Oh, Valeria.
Okay. Yeah, she's at Valeria. This one has 2.2 million. No, Valeria. No, where is she? Why is she so hard to? I'm really struggling to. Why am I? But I found her before. I don't know why.
Valeria, I need to find you immediately.
Wait, this is how much of this podcast we're gonna? Okay, here we go. Valeria. Sizova. She has 148,000 followers. Her pin picture is literally this. It's the picture. So that's how you'll know.
You're gonna have to share it to me because maybe I'm spelling Valeria wrong. But listen, first of all, okay.
Okay, I'm gonna share it.
Is it me or it's like Valeria is giving me not my goodies. I got reputation. She giving me Sierra Goodies video vibe. Like, I mean, she is giving me goddess. Like, Valeria. Valeria. It's the metallic shorts. It's the, again, like, hands to bottom. Like, first of all, is Valeria a pop star? Like, is Valeria like, I guess she almost giving me Zendaya vibes. It's the layering in the hair. It's the crop top. It's the, again, see, this, okay, first of all, we love Valeria. Okay.
That's pretty clear.
We love Valeria. Valeria is gorgeous. It's the lipstick. It's the dark lip color to offset the blue. It's the wavy in the hair. But again, we see the thumbs, right? So that makes me nervous. I feel like Valeria, I wonder what her knowledge of Survivor is, right? I don't know if she's an avid fan, but it makes me a little nervous. But also, again, in this, I can see a little bit of her thigh, and it's giving me legs crossed. Like, it's giving me a little, so that makes me nervous in the sense of that I feel like, I feel like maybe people are going to hate on Valeria automatically, right? Because I feel like they're going to feel like, oh, she's such a pretty girl. The guys are going to go crazy. Like, I feel like she just might have a target on her back because she is just Valeria. But I also feel like she has a kind soul. I feel like she is friendly, but I also can tell by just the way the hands are on the hands, where it's like, hush, little baby, don't say a word. But if you want to talk, like, I feel like Valeria she's going to deliver, right? Like, you want me to treat you like a baby, I'm gonna treat you like a baby. But if you wanna be treated like an adolescent, I'm gonna treat you like an adolescent. So I all hail Queen Valeria. Okay, like let's yeah, I hard for me to tell because this photo is such a photo. It is really hard to tell how Valeria will actually do in the game, right? Like I almost get pre-merge
Oh,
vibes.
don't say that.
But that it first of all, you know how I feel about pre-mergers. Valeria, I was a pre-merge, so that is the highest of the highest. But yeah, I definitely get that she is sweet, fun. I feel like she is beautiful. I feel like she knows how to work people, right? So I feel like she'll be able to utilize, and I don't want to say her beauty, right? I feel like she is going to be able to utilize how people perceive her in this game, right? And so it's like I feel like she's going to be able to call BS real quick. And so I feel like if she can get with the right alliance, which I don't foresee it being a problem with her, I feel like Valeria could go very far in this game. But just off of looks, stunning pose, like I feel like it's automatically, I feel like that just puts a target on her back. So I could see her being an easy target just for the simple reason that she's Valeria.
Yeah, I see this as like a 10 out of 10 magazine cover because she is a model, but it's like a 5 out of 10 cast picture.
Right. Because
That's because she's like hugging her own self, like her waist, and we do see a thumb, and she does look off kilter. It's a great pose editorially, but
right.
what does it say about how you're going to do in Survivor?
Right. Like that's what worries me again. Like
Mhm.
again, you're going to be easily pushed if somebody is coming from you. Like the way that poses, you're not grounded in the game, and so that worries me for her. But I also feel like I can see that, you know, Valeria might get knocked down to the ground, but she's not out. I feel like she might suffer an early blow in the beginning of the game that's really going to jet start her engine and hunger for the game. And so we have very high hopes for Valeria. But just
Not a
what you
winner pick.
said, right? Like
Mhm.
I just get a little nervous. So I could see her being an early, like pre-merge boot. But again, in Survivor,
Yes.
I always feel like
Mhm.
the pre-merges are always the best people that go out early. So, ooh,
Yeah, and then when you do a global pre-merge season and align with her, it'll
yeah,
all make so much sense,
it will
then it'll
all
all have been worth it.
it will all make
All
sense.
right.
Oh
This is
yeah,
our last Titan woman. This is Viola.
okay. Listen, we love Viola. Uh, love the okay. I'm trying to see. It's hard. See the Survivor realm, they always try to throw me off because it's like hard. It's hard to see how Viola is standing, right? Because I
Yeah,
almost want to
because I
say
didn't get the full pictures.
right.
But that is the website's fault.
Well, yeah, I mean, no worries, but I can't tell if it's like the jeans are scrunched up a little bit or if
Mm,
it's like she's standing on the side.
mm.
I feel like Viola is a strong woman. I feel like she's going to be loyal. But again, it's something about this pose for me. Like, one, the hand isn't in the pocket, right? That pose that she has is normally like you put your little hand in the pocket. We can see the thumb, we see her hands. It worries me for Viola that she might misread or misjudge like an alliance completely, right? Like I feel like she might not, but again, I feel like she's going to be so happy to be here. We love the little camel top with the little lace. So I feel like there are layers to her that we are not going to be able to see off of face value. I feel like because in that pose in the beginning, she gave us a very like strong pose in the group pose. But that lace for me lets me know that Viola is a lover, right? Viola is somebody that cares. Viola is someone that wants to play this game, is willing to play this game, but I think she might get caught up in the actual emotional aspect that like, oh, like I'm ready to lie, I'm ready to backstab, I'm ready to have fun, but oh my God, these are actually people. I'm getting to know them. I'm loving them. I also feel like Viola, she has on a jacket, which again, she's prepared, right? But I also feel like because we see the little the camisole, like with the little lace, like Viola, take that jacket off. Let's see, show us a little shoulder. This makes me nervous that, again, I feel like Viola has the potential to be an amazing Survivor player, but she is nervous to reveal herself. She's nervous to actually like step into the light. Like, girl, you are a natural born leader. Take that jacket off. Let them see you. So that is what worries me for Viola, is that she is going to want to hide in the pack, right? And it's like, baby, you are not meant to blend in. You are meant to, listen, stand on out and show. And so I hope that early on she can shed the jacket and really kind of step into her own, because I feel like if she continues to hide behind other people in the game, it's going to be easier for people to be like, she's a number, she could go. But if she takes off and steps into her skin, steps into her lace, steps into like all of the things that are Viola, like, I think that like the world is hers. This game could potentially be hers.
Well, she's, I think, the youngest in the cast, so that's why that might,
right,
we can get
so
past
that
that.
not lived experience, that kind of like, like almost gives me, you know what else gives me? I could see that like she might maybe like 3 to 4 siblings, and I feel like she's towards the younger middle edge of the sibling pack, right? Because again, it's just like, you know what? Like, let me just fit in. Let me just know, like, we need to see Viola. We need to see Queen Viola.
Well, that, you're kind of right, but it's more extreme. I think she has like 9 siblings, and I think she's in the middle. So that's what there you go. But you wouldn't have predicted 9 siblings. That's a lot. That's a lot of siblings. So there you go. And so she was my winner pick, actually. She's a power lifter.
Oh.
And I feel like she'll be athletic early. But I get what you're saying. This is kind of a passive pose. It's true.
But knowing that information about the power lifter, so you know what? So maybe Viola is playing us, right? Maybe she's like, I don't want for them to see how physically fit I am.
She did say that. She said she might lie about it.
See? And that's that
layers.
That's the layers. But see, the problem with the layers is that it leads to assumptions about you, right? And so sometimes it's better to, the things that people tend to lie about in Survivor, sometimes it's like, don't lie about it. Just, it's better to get in front of it than kind of have to lie, to then not make people trustworthy. Like I said, we need Viola. Attention shoppers. We are looking for Viola. Step on up. Because like, yeah, the middle of 9 siblings, she's going to know how to work people. She's going to know how to fit in. She go like, listen. Viola is definitely post-merge.
She can fit in, but can she stand out? So, will she get to that? That's the question.
And hopefully we see this season her get rid of the jacket. Okay. And also it's like she might be a power lifter, but also we see the soft side. That lace tells me a lot, right? Like, again, I feel like Viola's physical appearance, I feel like might not match her inner soul, right? Like, I feel like, let me put on this jacket because people are immediately going to see me and be like, oh, let me be scared of her. You know, a strong woman of color, people are scared. But I feel like that lace is telling us a lot, where I feel like Viola is a lover. Viola is like, has empathy. Like, you know, like there is so much more to Viola. And I just hope that we see it. Shed it. Get rid of that jacket, girl.
Well, let's get to the guys. We have a lot of people to get to. He was one of the people you mentioned. What did you call him? The fan, or you got
fan,
it?
yes.
Yeah.
Like, I definitely get super fan. I definitely get very eager. Okay. Hands to the side. So again, Charles is letting us know that he is coming to play. Like, he wants to live his dream out. And we love it. And I feel like Charles has the knowledge. Now, the thing that makes me nervous for Charles is, I don't know if the photographer was rushing you.
Yeah, I know what you're
it
about
was like,
to say.
you know, button the shirt up, and he got
one
sloppy,
button.
and he forgot to unbutton. So that is what makes me very nervous about Charles, because I could just see in Charles that, like, he knows. I feel like he can name every player on every season. I feel like he can name, like, you know, I just feel like Charles knows the game.
Yeah.
And this photo gives me, first of all, this photo gets me excited, right? Like, I feel like Charles's Achilles heel is going to be his willingness to share all he knows, right? Like his willingness to like, it looked like his mom was like, it's time to get ready for school, Charles. He just got up, just forgot everything else and just was like off to the bus. And so I feel like Charles is loyal. I feel like he is going to like be able to see other people's game, but I also think that what might trip Charles up is that to his alliance, he is going to tell them everything that he sees and knows, and then they are going to be like, "Whoa, Charles is the real threat." And it'll be easy for people to rally around that. And again, Charles is coming in hot. Like he don't have one hand down. Like he's not really like, he's coming in playing ready. Like, look at that smirk smile. Like he's like, get this photo done so I can unbutton this and get ready to the island. Like he is ready. I think that we're going to love Charles's energy because I feel like Charles is going to come at us on 10.
I feel like what would compel him to just do one button? Like my concern would be he doesn't pick a strong alliance. He's wishy-washy because it's like pick a lane, either button them all up or don't button any of them up. Why would you do the one button? So from my fashion analysis, I wonder if it's like what Aubrey said, like people in the middle of the road get run over because he can't pick a side, and that indecision, which forces someone to button one button, which is crazy. That is now something I'm concerned about, even though I have good feelings about Charles and I made him post-merge.
Yeah, see, I might see Charles as the pre-merger, but see, I don't see like I see it more as I gotta hurry up and do this, right? And so it's not like you're not buttoning all of the buttons. The shirt is the look, right? Like, in order for the look to be complete, you gotta button all the buttons. You gotta talk to all the people. Like, I feel like Charles might be, what? Me and Shannon, we in alliance. Shannon, we getting Frankie out of here. And he just talked to Frank, like he just talked to you, and that's it. He didn't go off the other buttons. Like the follow through in Survivor is crazy, right? The circling back to making sure that you have buttons.
The buttons are done. Yeah.
But again, it's his eagerness, it's his excitingness. Like, and I think that we're going to love him because we're gonna love Charles.
Yeah, no, you want to cross your T's, dot your I's, button all your buttons, or not, Charles. Either way, but like truly insane. Mike picked this up in the preseason podcast. The one button, just from a fashion and Survivor standpoint, questions abound. All right, this is Eden.
Oh.
You can see his shirt underneath that says, "These pretzels are making me thirsty."
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me your Eden thoughts.
So he's giving me almost a little Napoleon Dynamite.
Okay.
Right, I feel like Eden is, first of all, okay, Eden said, he got his hands in his pockets, right?
Yeah.
Like, so I feel like Eden he's to play. He's going to be loyal. I feel like he's going to be underestimated. I do feel like he might, what's the word? Because listen, I feel like he might have a sense of humor that everybody not gonna get, right? Like, so I feel like Eden might be his own worst enemy, right? Like, I feel like he might not be able to read the room, but I also feel like he is very dug into his ways. Like his hands in that pocket, they telling us a lot. He is smiling. He's here. I feel like he's trustworthy. It's hard because this is the Titans, right? Because I also feel like that smile could be an evil smile too. Like, what y'all think we gonna do? He's got the buff around his head, so that means like he's all in. We know that. I feel like for me, the biggest concern is how his pockets are in his hand. I feel like from the way we can look at this photo, he's standing in a very tough stance, right? So I feel like he's going to be very perceptive, and he's going to be able to see things and a lot of different things. But I just worry if you are getting home late at night and you are trying to get your keys out. If your keys are so deep in that pocket, like, like I feel like, it's hard for you to get the key out.
You're saying but I don't know. I don't know what you mean.
If your keys
His
are
keys are too far in his pocket, so it takes him a long time to get
takes them a
them.
long
But what does
time.
that mean though?
But it means that somebody, if you trying to get in the house real quick, or somebody coming up behind you, is
Oh,
it's you
his
can't get in the
keys
house.
are murder level deep in his pocket,
Yes.
and that's
Also,
how he could meet his end.
yes. And again, I
Yeah.
feel like from this stance, I could tell this is a very strong stance. So again, I feel like Eden is going to know where he wants to go in the game. But again, if somebody were to knock him off his key or his tilt, his hands are so far in his pocket, he's going to fall face first. Like he doesn't have enough time to get his
To
hands
get his
out of his
hands out.
pocket.
To protect himself. Yeah.
So
His
it's like
defenses aren't ready.
right. They are being blocked from him being so locked in. Like you have to be more flexible in the game, Eden. Like, you got to talk to other people. You can't just be locked in with your pockets. So
Hmm.
that's my take
What
on Eden.
what about the loud shirt over like a pop culture t-shirt? Like the loudness of that. What are you
See,
reading into that fashion choice?
for me, I feel like that for me tells me he's got a that for me lends to his like humor, right? Like I feel like he's like like I'm gonna throw this on. Like it looks good. They gave him the color scheme. He was like, I got this shirt. We went on vacation a couple of years ago. Oh, I'm a Seinfeld fan, so I feel like again that just leads to his personality, where I feel like not sure if he's married. I feel like he could be single. I feel like is he married?
He's married, yeah, and
Okay.
he has a
Oh,
small child.
okay. So he's a
I
new dad. Okay. So
Yeah.
so so yeah, it is a little hard for me to read, right? Like, because I feel like I see the type of person that he is, but it's hard to actually get it out. Like, I feel like we're gonna like Eden. I just am worried about that hands in the pocket. Is
Mm.
he need to take a lesson from Christine. Have
Have
a
him
mouth
up
and
or being
ready.
dancing. Either way, we don't know which. But so that would be a horrible way to die. Like if an assailant comes at your door and you can't get your keys out in time because they're so deep in your pocket that you can't extract them quick enough to get into your own home. Like that would be beyond tragic as a way. I mean, I don't know if that God forbid ever happened to someone that like it was literally the difference of like pocket depth
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that was living or death. Like that is crazy if that's a thing.
Also, here's another take on that pocket thing, right? Because I'm reading it like I got my hands locked in my pocket. Also, it could be Eden is too laid back, right? Like I think that is more the vibe that I'm getting from the shirt. Like I can just
Mm.
tell, like the shirt was in a drawer. I don't even think he really folded it in the bag. He just threw it in there. They put like I could get Eden like it's real laid back, real kind of like almost maybe reminding me of from season 45, like a older Drew. Like
Okay.
knows
That
a
probably
lot,
is fair. Yeah, smart.
smart. Uh, but again, it's those pockets. I don't know if it's laid back or the unwillingness. But again, I definitely see Eden making the merge.
Okay, well, everyone's making the merge. This is going to
Well,
be a
I mean,
very stack. We're going to merge in this episode too. I will say for Eden, thank you for picking a lane on the buttons, though. Right?
yes,
Like
yes,
we're good.
yes.
Like this is makes way more sense. Let's keep going. This is Jaden.
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay. We like Jaden. It's the haircut, it's the fresh lineup for me. He's got the nice smile, it's the tattoo. Jaden
Mm,
is a bigger guy, which we love, but also it's like the silhouette is that we can see the muscles. Uh I feel like his eyes are like looking like I feel like they're looking right at me. Again, good stance. The thing with Jaden that concerns me is hands in the pocket. And again, I feel like for me, I'm reading Jaden, right? Like it's got the hands in the pocket, like, hey, I'm chilling. But really, when you get into the pose, it's really like it's the straight hand on the hip. Like I feel like Jaden is coming to play. Like Jaden's like, I'm a backstab, I'm gonna do what I got to do. And I feel like we see the thumbs, right? And so the thumbs are a huge indicator to me that we're going to see you coming, right? Like I feel like
mm.
we're going to see you coming. I feel like from that neck tattoo, we love a good neck tattoo. I feel like Jaden's got some swag. He's got a story. He's got something with him. yeah, something about Jaden, right? Like I could foresee Jaden being an early merge or a
So
pre-merge
episode
dude.
2. Okay. Someone's gonna make a pre-merge, Bryce. Someone's gonna at the moment it's kind of just Valeria. Like
Well, I
just
mean,
hanging out maybe
but
Eden. Oh no, you said Eden post like Bryce.
so
Some of
but
these people have to
this
be
could
thrown to
be
the
the
wolves.
strong tribe. This could be the strong tribe that, like, but yeah, I love the openness, the attention to detail. He's got his jacket or the button up behind him. He's got the workout shirt on. Again, someone like this is, I feel like he is not going to want to show his strength, right? Like, I feel like he's trying to like minimize himself a little bit, but we see the power. And again, I feel like through that smile, I feel like he's like a nice person. I feel like good, great energy. But again, he's almost got the hands on the hip. So it's like Jaden is coming to play. And with that thumb out, it just makes me a little nervous that
Mm.
he might not be able to, he's not, all of his ducks aren't in a row. So I don't know how that's going to play out for him, but I mean, we love Jaden, okay? Yes, you love him.
Well,
You
the
love
thumb worries me because he's not a fan. And I feel like if you see like he's got a nice open smile, but like kind of an open stance, and then the thumb, it's like to me, I feel like his defenses aren't up. Like he feels just like an open target
kind
who
of
wouldn't have
casual.
yeah. And he's a strong man. It's like he like lifts trucks and stuff
Uh,
as like his yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So he's gonna be physically necessary. He's the one who'll be pushing things, and Caroline will be like, "Push! You got this! You got
Push.
this!" All right. This is
Oh,
Mark.
oh, okay. We love
Okay.
Mark.
Okay.
Uh, I'm getting Mark is like an author. He owns a business. He's an interior designer. He's a
Okay. That would be a very varied and storied and slashy type career. Mark, the interior designer, business owning author.
yes. Um and yeah, so I think the first thing that catches my mind is like this jacket, then it's the button-up shirt, and then
What's
it is
going on with the button? He's like mid buttoning. What was happening with the buttons?
yeah,
We've had every stage of button. We've had kind of done, not done, being done. What is happening?
in the middle of buttoning, right? And
This is
so
button
again,
gate. But
he
maybe it was the
also
photographer who was like, play with the buttons.
right.
Maybe like that. Yeah, I feel like it might have been the photographer's fault. Because
I
why is it
think
such a consistently worrying theme?
the photographer was like, button it. And then while they're buttoning it, he was like, all right, got it. You're next. You're
In
done.
the middle of the buttoning, Mark's like, I
Right.
didn't think we were taking the photo. I thought I was getting ready for the.
I didn't know it was
Yeah.
done. But see, for me, I get Mark is a planner. I get if we go on a trip with Mark, he is going to have the itinerary out.
Mm.
Like, we're going to have high tea at 6. We're going to do, like, like I feel like he is a planner. Uh, and I feel it's hard for me to tell because, again, this is another interesting pose where it's like I'm buttoning my hands. And so it's hard for me to tell, like, what type of stance is this? But he is linked to the side a little bit. So, which tells me he's very aerodynamic, right? Like, so it's like whatever the temperature of the tribe is, I'm going to be able to go with what they need. The suit jacket tells me he is a man of a certain age. The buff as a scarf tells me he is a man with a certain style. And I feel like this buttoning of the shirt or the suit jacket is Mark might get caught in he's not making a decision. Or it's like, do I button it? Do I leave it unbuttoned? And that might be a crucial thing for Mark when it comes to deciding, do I leave my alliance? Do I not leave my alliance? Because I also get something sneaky from Mark, right? It's the buff as the scarf for me, right? Like I get
Mhm.
like, Mark might lie right to our face and we're going to be believing him because I also feel like through that smile, I feel like he's going to be able to woo us. He's like, look at me with this jacket. Like, like who wouldn't trust a man with a jacket? But, you know, I don't know if I would trust somebody as a buff with a scarf. So it's like I feel like I could almost see like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde with Mark, like where I feel like he gonna be playing, and I just hope that he has time to when he's in the hot seat, I hope he has time to put that jacket on and get back into like that character that he sold everybody, right? Like, because I feel like Mark, when he gets into the confessional, I feel like Mark won't be like, ha, 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 ha,
Yeah, I
ha.
can imagine that.
And
Yeah.
then he gets out, he puts the jacket on, he's like, good day.
But this is the button. It's Schrodinger's button. Is he buttoning it or is he unbuttoning it?
So I because of where his thumb is, right? Like I can
Mm.
see his one thumb and I see the other thumb, right? I don't even think he's trying to button it. I just think he's like
Holding it together?
holding it together, because sometimes that's a look, hold it together, sometimes you'll hold it out. So again, I mean, again, we see the style, we see the grown man swag, Mark. Um, I could I could see pre-merge for Mark. Uh
Welcome to the two-person pre-merge try mark. That's the best ones though. Mark is a diplomat, a
uh
former diplomat, so international, helped on like crisis negotiations. So but you could tell, and he's an impressive man, and that's why they've clearly made him wear a
the
completely inappropriate
jacket.
island outfit. Like this is like obviously like business, like that's not good for the wet, rainy Samoa. So that's what they've done. Like, and I don't blame Mark for that. Like they put him into that mold, but it's just very unfortunate. I feel like if you were to be deserted on an island, this isn't what I'd want to be wearing.
Right. But see, him being a diplomat, I feel like a lot of people with those prestigious jobs, when they get out there, they want to do something different, right? Like, I'm tired of keeping the peace, right? Like, I feel like that's where that Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde is at. Like, I feel like Mark is going to want to start some stuff. Like, Mark is going to want to, like, he going to want to get his jacket wet, right? Like, so it's like, do I take this diplomatic jacket off? So, yeah.
All right. Well, let's see how it goes with Mark. Let's get to the next person. This is Nathan.
Oh.
He's in a legitimate Letterman jacket.
Yeah, well,
Like, and we don't even have that in Australia. And still, really, I mean, I don't. Thoughts on Nathan?
we love Nathan. He has the quintessential Jeremy Collins, Tony Vlachos winner pose, hands across your hip, looking straight at us. He's got like the good look. He has this very fashion forward jacket. We know he's a sports fan. He cares about his style. I feel like Nathan listens to Drake. I feel like I get that vibe from Nathan. So I definitely get strong from Nathan. He's got the buff. So I feel like he's a Survivor fan. I feel like, he might not be a super Survivor
Oh, wait,
fan.
no, sorry. I forgot. He is a Survivor fan.
Yeah.
And I can't believe you picked that up because he doesn't look like he'd be, but he is. I think he bushes with his family, he said. So
it's how I can tell? It's the way he has the buff, so you can kind of see where the logo is. Do you see how that's like, that ain't no coincidence, okay? So we know, like, we picking up what you putting down, right? Like, I feel like Mark knows about sports. He knows, like, so I feel like Mark is going to be good. Nathan. I feel like Nathan is, he's got the quintessential winter pose. He's the hair, we got the gel because we got a little swoosh here. He's, attractive. Looks like he's, well built. And so I definitely feel like Shannon gonna hate me, but I definitely feel like Nathan could be a post merge. But I also
we
feel
merge in
like
episode 3. They're all gonna be.
I could also see people keeping him around, like for a shield, right? Like I feel like Nathan will be a huge shield out here because again, he just looks like the quintessential like Survivor fan that grew up. But I do feel like Nathan has a big boy job. I do feel like I feel like Nathan could be married. I feel like I just feel like Nathan has a big boy job. I feel like he's got like a group of friends that he hangs out with. Like I see Nathan. Uh,
Mm.
and again, this that wearing that jacket says a lot for me. So I definitely feel like, and again, people like just reminds me like he's a sports fan, unless he's just wearing a jacket for looks. But I
No,
feel
he is.
like
He's a yeah. He's an AFL. He's a football
mm,
agent. So
mm,
that's his big boy sports
big boy
based
job,
job.
but
Hmm.
still with the boys, right? Like his
Mm.
like so, and I feel like people that like sports, right? They're good with statistics, they're good with numbers, they're good with strategies, right? And so I feel like Nathan is confident. He gonna land you that deal, right? And sometimes it doesn't matter how good the player is, the team is at their budget cap, right? And so I feel like Nathan is going to be out here playing, and I think he might get outplayed, and he's not going to see it coming because I think Nathan thinks very highly of himself and he knows the game of Survivor. But it is an evolving game, and there are twists and turns that I think Nathan might be a victim of one of the twists and turns, but has all of the right pieces.
Interesting. Okay, let's keep it moving to this is our last Titan. The rebels are all going to get decimated when we get to the rebels based on who's going to make the most. This is Winner. His name is Winner.
Okay, I like Winner. I think Winner first of all, this is a completely different Winner than we saw in the original photo of
Yeah,
everybody.
the
He
well
was like
the
kneeled down.
Power Ranger. Yeah.
Like I love his energy. Again, not the one hands over the other hand, right? And so I feel like that's not the I'm out here to win, right? That pose gives me, you watch my back, I'm going to watch your back, right? And so I feel like Winner is loyal. I feel like Winner he's got really good energy. He was like, I'm not buttoning or unbuttoning my shirt. I'm leaving it out.
Yeah, thank
Uh,
God.
he
Good choice,
has
Winner.
his
Fine choice.
bandana on. Here's the two things that concern me about Winner. One, we see his thumb, right? And so
Mm.
it's hard to tell in this, is he being protected or is he being the protector? From his energy and with the bracelet on his hand, I get that I'm going to protect you, right? And with his thumb out, that makes me like, Winner, you got to think about yourself first, right? Like, what they say when you on the airplane and the mask come down. Before you help anybody else, put your mask on, Winner. And so that's what concerned me. I feel like Winner is loyal. Now, here's the other thing that concerns me. Winner's bandana, right? I love how he has it on the hair, but it is like we seen with Nathan, how Nathan had it perfectly put. Like Winner, he just got it on here, right? So I feel like Winner could be one of these players that is all over the place, right? Like just like, just fast paced. Like I get when it is young, I get like energetic. I feel like he's like, I'm fit. And that one post is giving us very serious, and this he's giving us like fun, friendly, and lovely. But that bandana, how like it is just, I could just see one piece a little wider than the other. So that just
That's
makes
true.
me
That's going to irritate me now.
so it makes me think that Winner might be a little chaotic, right? He might be a
Mm.
little all over the place. But again, I definitely get that Winner is protecting. Like he's gonna like, if you with Winner, I'm protecting you. And that makes me nervous because again, we see his thumb. And so I feel like people will know that and they'll be able to use that against Winner. But I also feel like Winner he's going to give us the energy that we want. So I really love Winner. And I like his shirt pattern. Like it's not the typical shirt
Mm.
pattern. Looks like it could be fish.
I think it's fish.
Yeah, it looks like in tropical fish. So
Hmm.
yeah, I feel like Winner is going to be an asset out here.
Winner is a competitive eater, a nationally ranked competitive eater, and a TikToker who creates prank content. He has like almost 1 million TikTok followers, and one of those TikToks in May of last year before they filmed was with Jaden. So,
And what did I say? Chaotic, right? Like one of those prankers that's like, why
oh,
now?
he's
Why?
chaotic. Yeah,
So yeah, but
that's
I
a
feel like,
chaotic career resume. Like
but I
for
love
the
it.
Indeed level resume, like literally competitive eater and TikToker, prank TikToker. That's
So
very like that's crazy. Those are two very abnormal careers.
But listen, I love it. He's a hustler, right? Like, and that's why I feel like he's a
Oh, he's a
hustler.
titan.
But that makes me worried that if you're a professional eater, y'all out here for a long time, winner. I hope your stomach can balance the influx. Like, that's what worries me. But we love Winner. I really love Winner's energy. So I like Winner. Let me see.
It's like his name on TikTok is like Prince Poo Poo or something.
Okay. Well, I think okay, yeah, here it is. Okay.
Oh, how did you find that so quickly? But Valeria took you like 5 full minutes.
Well, listen, Shannon, I'm gonna get Winner on you because he protected me. Let me see if I can find Valeria.
You still can't find Valeria.
I
sent you the account to your
you sent
DMs.
this. Sorry, hold on, wait. Let me just oh, here she is. Ooh, look
How
at
did you find Winner that quickly?
Listen, because Winner is a winner.
I know the puns write themselves, and I've written many of the self-writing puns. But you don't have a winner pick from this tribe, but all these post-merge people? Is there someone who stands out to you?
Well, my clear standout is Valeria.
But you think she's gonna be pre-merge? She was the only one that you said was gonna be. You love her. She's your favorite, but who's gonna win? Let's look through some of these. Anyone? Jaden, I think, only candidate for a possible nipple tattoo of this tribe. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. What's going on? Here we go. Nope. Brice. I don't.
So
okay,
I
that's
mean,
the whole tribe. Does anyone stand? Or are we going to the rebels?
So
okay,
I mean,
I'm gonna,
yeah.
Okay, we'll go through it, and then afterwards you can see if it. But no one jumped out at you like they're definitely my winner pick, despite the fact that every single one of them is making the merge. But that one rebel, it's gonna be the season of all time. One rebel will make the merge, but they're gonna go on to win. It's gonna be like Steph LaGrossa, but better. Like it's gonna be crazy. So we'll see.
Okay, I like the rebels.
Yeah,
the rebels give me a little like.
You can see some of the Crocs.
We can. I see some of the pink, and mind you, I think Sarah might got even some gibbets in the Crocs.
What's a gibbet?
The gibbets are the little like keychains that they put in the holes of the Crocs. Yeah.
I'm so old, Brice, compared to what the kids are doing these days. I don't know.
Listen, you got to get on. Gotta get on TikTok with me and Winner.
I'm not even on TikTok.
Shannon.
I can only look at it on my desktop when I'm trying to research these players. I
am
almost 31.
Oh my God! So you mean you got a bottom half and a top half, or you got a laptop?
I got a laptop.
Well, you said desktop because the desktop for us, is the 2-part.
No, I'm not that old.
I feel that's Rob old.
Yeah, like I feel like I'm right in the center of those things. All right, the rebels. Thoughts on the rebels? What are we seeing?
The rebels are interesting, right? Like I feel like clearly the rebels might be, the more chaotic tribe. I also could see instantly where I feel like we might have some strong-headed players here, right? Where it's like they're going to want to link up. And then I feel like there might be just some more free-spirited people. But I feel like the free-spirited people are going to be in the majority, right? And so I definitely get from this that we have some strong rebels and they're going to want to keep the tribe strong. But I also feel like because they are rebels, they're not going to follow the rules. And so I feel like I get worried for some of the stronger people on the rebel tribe off the bat, right? Like, because I feel like if we lose, clearly the let's keep the tribe strong. But if the strong people are outnumbered, let's get rid of y'all. And if we can lock our core 4 in, we know we'll make the merge. And a core 4 voting block is a strong voting block to make the merge. So I'm excited.
Not that much of 12.
You say that again?
Of 4 of 12? That's not good.
What? First of all, Shannon, you dished your about 3rd strike at me, but so it.
What did I do? What was the other 2?
Girl, you was I forgot what you said, but you've been taking little digs, but I love it. But no, what I'm saying is, 4 out of 12 isn't great. But if you have a 4, you could be a swing vote. There will potentially be some cracks. So you are a strong voting block if you could get in where you fit in. If you could
Yeah.
button your button in time.
Yeah. Well, I think we'll see what the buttons are happening. It feels like this will be a less traumatizing button tribe based on the Titans. But look, if we do look at the footwear, there's a lot going on. Sarah at the front, pink Crocs, bright pink. Scott wearing lace-up boots. Is Peter wearing socks and sandals next to Scott in the hat and the
Uh,
black tank top? And Alex is wearing like pink thongs, like toes fully
right.
exposed.
See, but
We
yeah,
say thongs, for what do you guys say?
we say flip-flops.
Flip-flops, yeah. I feel like all of those in their own very different ways are just very strange footwear choices. Like, why would you? Is she wearing socks and sandals? I think she's
She
wearing.
is. She is.
Yeah.
I don't know
Why'd you
why.
keep that in mind?
I don't know why. I want to know what this tribe smells like, right? Like I feel like it would be like such a unique smell. Like I
Yeah.
feel like it would be a little musty, a little earthy, with a little like incense.
Yeah, you
Like
stink, rebels.
yeah, like I no, but I almost I like
You're
I
into
feel
it.
like I would
Bottle
like
it.
that smell. Yeah.
Rebel smell. Like a fragrance.
Like a fragrance. Like, yeah, I just wanna
Bottle
know
it.
what this tribe smells like. I feel like it would smell very, like, lavender, earthy with a musk.
Okay. Well, there you go. Smell choices as well. Let's get into Alex. This is Alex.
Oh.
He was wearing the thongs.
So, okay, we like Alex, right? Interesting pose. I feel like Alex is again, he's on the Rebel. He's got a pink hat. Like, I feel like he had the pink thongs on. So I feel like
Yeah,
he's like,
thong and thongs are very different.
wait, oh,
He
so you
might be
say
wearing a pink thong, but we don't know. We don't know
so
that.
wait, so how what's the difference between like so how do you determine
Thongs plural is like flip-flops,
oh,
and
okay,
thong is a thong. Like we still say thong to mean like the underwear, but it's a
okay,
minimal change. So yeah,
okay.
so it's thongs,
Well,
footwear.
I'm a queer man from the States, so my S's fly freely. Okay.
Well, that might be an issue from a thong to thongs perspective.
Okay, right. Okay. Thank you for setting me straight. Thong and thongs. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But what if someone has multiple thongs?
Oh yeah, so it's like, oh yeah, I love all my thongs. Yeah, there's no way to differentiate that. The English language in an Australian dialect has its issues. I'm not saying it's perfect,
And
but yeah, we
what
made flip-flops thongs, and that's very close to the underwear.
And what if it is mismatch day at school and
And you're
you
wearing like a
wear
sneaker and a
sneaker
thong.
and a thong?
Yeah. Again, there's no way to that would yeah, terminology wise, you'd have to explain yourself because we don't have a way around that.
So back to Alex or Alex. Yeah, not I had to ask. Back
And
to
that's
Alex.
been your Australian lesson for the day.
Thank you. With his pink thongs, right? Um, I get again, so very interesting pose, right? Almost very similar to the Brice Izyah quintessential Instagram pose. But again, I feel like
Mm,
Alex is locked in, right? Like that's a very strong lock-in pose, right? Like I feel like it, and again, we could see Alex's forearms. He is fits. But again, with the thongs that he has on, it leads me to believe that he could be a surfer. He's somebody that's like, just very chill. I feel like he could have played baseball. And again, that's a very like baseball pose, right? But we don't see any thumbs. He's got
mm,
on a long t-shirt. He's got on a pink hat. I like this smile, right? Where it's like, I definitely get that he is a fan of the show. And so I really like what Alec is giving. I feel like he is going to be somewhat in the middle in this tribe. And again, could I say, "Ooh, am I getting winter vibes from Alex?" I don't know, right? Because again, from that outside photo that we saw, it definitely seemed like there were just some very like rebels, right? Like I feel like they'd be like, "What's up, brother?" Like I feel like and
yeah.
then
No.
I felt like just what do you guys want to do today? Like let's feel our energy, and I feel like he is like the perfect mix of those worlds. I feel like he's going to be great physically. I feel like he's going to be good at puzzles, and he's locked in. And it's more of a lock-in of most people hand on the hip, hand down, right? Which signified like I'm ready to go. But also I'm willing to work with you. For me, with this arm locked in, is that like I'm locked in with you. And I'm not going anywhere. So if the ship is sinking, we taking off our thongs and we're gonna like get wet together. So I like Alex
Oh
a
my
lot. I,
gosh.
I think this is a very interesting, again, he's got the buff on his hands, on the wrist, which again, in my opinion, tells me that you are a Survivor fan. Like people that wear their buffs on their wrist like that, he's a Survivor fan. And again, look at how we can see the logo of the Survivor, like that was purposely put on there. So we like Alex a lot.
He's a teacher who is like a
Oh,
mountain climber, like climbing Everest kind of.
I could see the veins and yep.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like he's kind of flexing so you can see those veins. Like that doesn't feel supernatural. Like he's trying to make us see those veins, surely.
We see him, Alex.
And we see the veins. Where is the best buff placement? Like if you had to rank.
It's hard, right? Because me personally, I would say either the wrist or having it folded nicely, bandana style around your head, or like casually, roughly out of place around your neck.
Those are all the options, Brice. You listed literally all of the. So
No,
you're fence sitting on the buff, which is fine. Maybe it's circumstantial. But I'm
No,
just saying that.
because
Where else would someone read it? Where else is someone wearing it in a cast photo?
some people just put it on their head.
No one does that. No one does. No one
Yeah,
just puts it on their head.
okay, some people have it on their
Who
forearm.
did that? On forearm. Okay, that's also a very rare choice. Like, yeah, if people are gonna make like terribly bad buff placement decisions.
Some people wear them as shirts.
Not for the cast photo.
Yes.
Not for no.
I want to say like there are definitely people that have wore on the cast.
It's your expertise, but I can't even. I mean, not here.
Well, I'm just saying, you ask for other places, you could wear it on your thigh.
But no one's gonna do that.
You don't know,
Brice.
Listen, Shannon.
Hey, yeah, auto out if you wear it on your thigh, but who would do that? We can't even see their thighs in these photos. Like, well, I feel like you
some people could wear it as their handkerchief.
Not one person ever in human history, Brice. There's one of the cast.
Some people, if you're shirtless, you could like fold it and like tuck it underneath your pants.
No one is tucking it in.
Oh my God, please. Y'all that are listening, please allow me to get the point. Receipt. And please send us the receipt.
Yeah, send me if someone ever tucked it into their shorts.
And then like hanging over like a towel. Yes.
Hanging over like a towel, Brice. Even you know this isn't true. Oh my God,
Shannon, like you have it folded up and it's like, like you're hanging, like it's just like
98% of people would have to do it in the 3 spots you listed: wrist, neck, head.
Girl, you asked me a
question.
I
know. I wasn't satisfied with the answer.
Well, I mean, what other spots could they go, Shannon? You just said that's all the spots.
Choose between the wrist, the neck, and the head. The 3 most worn buff spots. I'm going to be upset if coming up one of the people has it hanging out of their shorts.
Yes, I hope so.
but I'm sure they don't. So I'm willing to bet on that.
But Alex is strong. He again, he's a teacher, so he's got patience. He is underpaid. At the final tribal council, I could see Alex saying like he wants to use the money to make his classroom better. Like, you know what I mean? Alex has the story. He's got the look too. Like, again, it's like you could tell Alex. I feel like Alex vibes, right? Like, and I feel like, again, if you a teacher, sometimes you gotta vibe out. Okay. Catch what I'm putting in the air. Like, I just, he's a mountain climber. They be, it don't even be a cliff, right? It'd be so close to the ground, and they be up there. They got the chalk on their hands, so it's like, yeah, Alex.
I don't know. Yeah,
we see a lot of potential in Alex.
Okay, we see potential. Okay, welcome to the merge, Alex, with 14 other people.
Oh. Now, how do we say his name?
Ferris, I think is how. Like Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Ooh, we like Ferris. Ferris is. Ooh, we like Ferris, right? Okay, like the pattern of the shirts,
not buttoned,
not buttoned,
which I can't even have to say, but it's now like a positive thing. Thank you for choosing Ferris. Between buttoned and not buttoned.
backward hat.
Buff on
Uh,
the neck, one of the 3 best
you know
buff
what, Shannon?
placement.
Shannon, you got one more time, okay? But listen, we like Ferris, right? I almost get like, yeah, hands folded. So again, quintessential winner pose. However, he's kind of like tilted to the side. Uh, and we can see some fingers. So it's like I definitely think Ferris is coming out there to win. We
Mm.
like his smile, but see, I almost get like player from Ferris, right? Like I feel like Ferris is handsome. He's got the beard like shaved down just enough. I also feel like he's squinting in that one eye, right? Like, so I feel like it's
Mm.
like, he trying to tell us something. Is he trying to like, I feel like there's something with Ferris. I feel like Ferris, I get like, I don't know. Like, we like Ferris. I feel like he's going to have I feel like him and Alex, I keep saying Alex, I feel like him and Alex are going to get along. I feel like I could potentially see them being each other's 1 and 2. There's like almost like a little bad boy vibe that we get from Ferris that we like, right? Like, I feel like he has that, I don't know, tenacity. He has that go get him attitude, but he also has the like, I'm not about to be played out here, right? Where it's like somebody coming at him and he just stepped to the side. Like, like, ooh, and they're charging at him.
Mm. And yeah, I can see that. And then he looks at them like that, like, thought you
Right.
had
Like
me. Mm.
you was trying to get me.
Yeah.
uh so yeah, we
Yeah.
like.
All right. Ferris is an HR manager. My pick for Ferris, he's a big character. I feel like he's going to be like, I would like bet for most confessionals for Ferris.
And here's another thing, him being HR, who does everybody go to when they got a problem at their job? HR, right? Like, so I feel like Ferris is going to have that's what I'm saying. It's that smile. And I think, like, again, it's like the very attractive, but it's that low hanging eye is telling me
Mm.
like he like, I ain't the HR today. Okay.
Yeah, he's coming to play.
What you tell me is not confidential, right? Like I feel like he has the tools for everyone to come tell him all the problems and things clearly because he's a good listener, right? But that little that winking eye is saying, I ain't the HR manager today.
You got
And
HR'd.
right. And they deal with a lot of drama. Like they deal with a like, the HR, they send them emails out. So it's like either Ferris is going to try to reel everybody in and be the, listen, hey, this is our policy. This is our vision statement. It's what we stand for. Or he's going to be like the but again, I definitely get big energy from Ferris. Okay, so I'll say this so Shannon doesn't yell at me. I could see Ferris being an early boot. And I'll
Oh.
even go as far as saying would love to honor Ferris with the third boot.
Oh, that's sad. You have Valeria and Ferris going early, the only 2 people that would be you're describing a bad season.
Well,
That
first
would be
of
a
all,
bad boot
I
order.
went out third. So first of all, we take back third boot. That is a prestigious. But again, I just feel like his personality. I feel like I could see people targeting him because I feel like he's going to be playing. So, but
Mm.
so you ask me how people wear their buffs. I give you an answer. Then you yell at me. Then you say that I haven't everybody make the merge. Then I
Yeah.
give you 2 people and you yelling at me.
Yeah, no, you're right. But I don't like the answers I'm getting. Like, I'm
Right.
asking questions and I want I want different responses, Brice. I just
It's not how the brain works, but we like Ferris though. I
okay,
can't wait
well,
to see.
Ferris.
Let's
Yeah.
hold on. Let's see how easy we can follow Ferris.
Ferris is more on TikTok than he's on Instagram, but
We
he's
got
got
him on
like
the
a
Instagram. Here we go, Ferris. Oh, okay. Oh, Ferris got a little. Oh, okay, Ferris. Ooh. See, I wouldn't have thought Ferris had a little body. Ferris. Okay, Ferris. Yeah. See. Yeah. I. Yeah. I'm reading Ferris right.
mm,
Yeah.
okay. Pre-merge
Okay.
still though. They're all going to be pre-merge. Every single one of them statistically now it's still going to be a big merge tribe. Here's Gary.
Oh. Garrick. Okay, first of all, okay. Now how Garrick, right?
Garrick, yeah.
Garrick. Okay. First of all, Garrick is going to keep the tribe occupied because Garrick, he just look like the type to have stories. He going like he got stories on stories on stories or stories on stories. Okay, Garrett has to have had a motorcycle in his past life. Okay, Garrett is giving me he married, but he might be on his second or third
Okay,
wife.
Third, I don't know.
I feel like okay. Yeah. Okay. Garrett has the quintessential pose, right? Like I feel like Garrick is a winner at life. But in this winner pose, you see the thumbs, you see this, right? I feel like Garrick is for sure going to make the post merge, however,
Okay.
right? But I feel like they're going to keep Garrick around, right? Like I feel like he's not going to know when he's going, but I feel like people will easily turn on him because I just get that he's like let me tell you, like when I was 17, I was dating this girl and like like he's just gonna we're gonna have stories for all.
He's gonna be like Grease style. He's gonna be
Yes.
summer loving, and they'll be all like, tell me more, because the jacket.
Yeah,
We'll have the pink ladies. They're literally the pink tribe.
and I also feel like we can't really see from his pants, but they are giving me like what's the word? Army fatigue. Like right, like Garrett has got style. Like he has lived. And I feel like he knows people. And I feel like again, he is going to be this force that either people are going to gravitate to him, right? Like I feel like he's going to be a natural leader, right? Like one, he is older, but he don't look older. Like, I mean, listen, Garrett look all right. Okay. Garrett looks like, I just feel we like Garrett a lot. But again, he's got the winner pose because I feel like Garrett has won at life. What is his occupation? Because off the rip, like I feel like it could be a number of different things.
What do you think? Where are you heading?
Like again, I get like auto mechanic. I get definitely like a trade, like a blue collar type of work. But also it's like he could surprise us and like I feel like he could own an art gallery.
Oh, okay. Well, that would be fascinating. He does love motorcycles, so I think that's where you're seeing that. But he's an undercover cop. He goes into the mall and he walks around like he's a customer.
Oh.
And then if people are stealing, he'll be like, I don't know, put your hands up. I don't know. What do you?
Right, that undercover cop. Okay, now, yeah. So he's got that edge, right? That's what I'm saying. Like he's going to be able,
and he'd have stories.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But see, the only thing that worries me is that on this tribe, right, being as though that they are not the toads, the Titans versus the rebels, right?
Did you say toads?
I was thinking like, Toad and the frog, like
the scorpion and the toads.
Yeah,
Scorpions versus toads. Now that's an incredible theme. They should do that one. The scorpions and the frogs. Imagine being a frog.
Right. But
that's
again,
a great
like
theme. That's not any less legitimate than what we have. But that's not this. It's Titans and Rebels.
So yeah, it's either my only thing is that like I feel like his tribe could get annoyed at him very easily, right? Because I just feel like, but I also feel like that is more of a reason to keep him around.
Okay. For the post merge. Just go into the pile, Garrick. Oh no, my
Oh.
little thing is wrong. Look, Raymond, oh, that is, I'm sorry. The D is on the picture.
Mm, mm, mm,
I'm
mm.
sorry. I'm sorry. I should have. But this is Raymond. This is who you called out before. He's
Yes.
wearing a t-shirt that says, "I paused my game to be here."
So Raymond gives me very young.
He's 27.
Oh,
I
okay.
was shocked too. Honestly, I thought he was 19.
So, but again, I love Raymond's style. I love the like crazy patterns. I loved the crazy pattern hoodie, the shirt, the way that but also look at how he is wearing his bandana as opposed to how Winner was. You see like the somewhat
Mm.
organization about this.
So it's
But
not about where you wear it; it's about how you wear it. That's fine. Just say that. Don't say some people wear it like a towel.
but they do. Like you see, I'm gonna have to show you some examples.
You will have to send me one person wearing it out of their shorts like a towel in all of Survivor history. Please, listeners, I beg of you,
I got you,
prove me wrong.
Shannon, and then
And it's your jurisdiction, so I don't want to doubt you.
but
And
that
yet I
also
find that I
means
am.
that I would be up 1,000 points. So
Oh yeah, that's it. That decides this 4-year feud forever. Because in what world, if someone want, like, I don't know, Survivor players are crazy. I don't want to bet everything on it. I just can't remember. I feel like I'd remember someone wearing it out of their shorts like a towel. I don't.
listen,
It'd be a
I'm
bad
trying to tell
choice.
you. Or listen, but anyway, so listen, back to
Mm.
Raymond, right? Like we like Raymond. Like I feel like Raymond gives very chill vibes, but again, hands in the pockets. So and we see his thumbs, right?
He's
So
like,
that
you
just
only see thumbs.
right. But again,
It's
so it's so weird,
disconcerting.
right? Because it's like, and he has that smirk, right? Where I feel like I could really see, like, I feel like Raymond has a gamer chair, like those. And I, I worry though that like I feel like Raymond could be an early boot, but I also get the sense of like everybody loves Raymond, right? Like I really feel like people will gravitate towards him. That smile. I feel like he knows the game. I feel like he will have people that will support him, that will want to work with him. But everything about this gives me like I stand out very well. And if we're looking for something, anything, that might be the reason that they'll utilize to get me out. So
Mm.
everybody loves Raymond, but I would say maybe Raymond is potentially an early boot or
Exclusive club.
pre-merge.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I see mess. Like the gamers t-shirt into the thankfully unbuttoned, but like print shirt into like shorts with stripes, into like there's a jumper, or what do you guys say, sweater that's like tied up
And then
around
it's
his legs,
like,
and that's so colorful too. Like it's almost an affront to the eyes. I don't want
yeah,
to,
so that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like he
Yeah.
stands out, but I
Yeah.
also feel like he's not trying to stand out, right? Like, I feel like
No,
this
it's just
just like
him. Beats
just
his
was
own
this what I
drum.
had. But again, it's like also the way that his sweater is tied, like just like sloppy. And that for
Sloppy, yeah.
me is like, is that going to translate into his gameplay? Where if you even look at his shirt, right? It looked like some of the shirt, the button up got tied into the tie, like he tied
I
it
agree
like a
with you. It's bad. It's concerning. Like yeah, it's all. I don't know where the button up shirt and the jumper almost end and begin.
I don't know where the
I'm trying to
pants
work it
end
out. I'm
either,
looking at it
with the
now.
striped pant, like, but
Yeah,
so yeah.
and then
But
Bryce, you tell me if the t-shirt tucked in
it
to
is
the
tucked
short.
in.
It's
It's
tucked in. So
definitely given tucked
do
in.
you like that? I don't.
I mean, it's Raymond, so Raymond could do as Raymond pleases.
Well, he clearly does because this and
So,
so he's tucked in the gamer shirt into his shorts. Has he? No, what has he tucked in? No, he hasn't. I
well, it
thought he
looks like it
maybe had
could
tucked
be. I
in
mean,
the print shirt, but
it
it's
looks
not because I can see it. I can see like it's in the jumper. I think
yeah.
like look on the side, like the right, my right.
Okay.
Yeah, you see
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. So Raymond's got
Where
a
does
lot
that
going
shirt
on.
go and where is it? It's been swallowed up by the jumper or the short. I don't know what it's done, but it's disconcerting. And then right to like pure thumbs and deep murder level deep pockets. It's like it's almost like a cacophony of mistakes,
And it's
right?
giving there. I feel like the type of trousers that he has on, I don't even think they're the button kind. I think it's like the hook, like the metal, like
Yeah,
it's the metal hook. So, but it's interesting, right? Because again,
it's interesting.
I feel like he could he could be like a pre-merge, or I feel like it's like he'll be a deadly threat, right? Like I feel like he's an honest, like I don't know, like I need to know, what does he do for a living?
He works at like a video game store.
Okay, okay. Yeah. So I mean, if
And
he
then you
were to
know what they had? They showed him looking at a DVD box set of Survivor Borneo. Guess how much money it said right on the front? Big sticker for the Survivor Borneo box set.
$9.99.
It was $2, Bryce. They had it right on the front, $2. And that's less money. Like that's like $1.30 US. So that's
Yeah.
it was insulting. But it's not his fault. I don't know if he's like the manager or I don't know. I just think his fashion choices, I'm just very confused. Like this is almost more confusing to me than the one button that Charles had.
I
Like
just want to,
the tucked in and the not I don't even know.
again, I feel like the photographer was like, tie it up. And he's just like, okay.
Okay, I'm excited. I don't know, but was he wearing the jumper as a third layer? And they were like, no, take that off, and they were like, keep it on, but tie it around your waist. It just
I
questions abound. Why are they all included in this photo?
And do we think that this is you think this is his natural hair, or do you think he dyed it this blonde?
Such an interesting question. It does look kind of looks dyed. Like not in an insulting way, right? I mean,
No,
it's
it looks good.
very
I'm just like,
blonde. Yeah, it looks good.
whoever
Yeah.
died it, they
You thought he might have
it,
been a rock star.
right. That's what I'm like. I mean, I don't know, because if Frankie died this, Frankie did her thing, because I love the
Everyone's Frankie's clients. That's how they cast the season. They went to Frankie's salon, like, you're the salon owner and you all the clients. You're all cast on Survivor.
I'm just trying to tell you.
Maybe.
But we like Frankie. I just I would love to know what is in like Frankie's Spotify list. Like I want to know what
Oh, Raymond or Frankie?
Raymond.
Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah, you're right. Would it be a lot of like nostalgic?
Right. I feel like it's all over the place, right?
Yeah, I
Like I
mean,
feel like it's a
100%.
little rock, it's a little punk, it's a little R&B. I feel like a little hip
He's all
hop.
over the place.
I feel
Yeah.
like definitely heavy on the K-pop. Like I feel like, I feel like Raymond could be a Swiftie.
Okay. Well, he better be. A lot going on with Raymond. A lot going. But you're not even. But even with the chaos and the thumbs, the egregious thumbs, and the shirt tucked in, and the print shirt maybe half tucked in, even with all of that, you're saying he could still maybe be a threat. You won't even commit to pre-merge on Raymond when I feel like he's just
No, I will. Raymond, I love you, but I am being forced here.
the
So I'm gonna
haphazard
say
buff. Oh,
Raymond is. I'm gonna say a pre-merge. I'm gonna say probably
the
an
buff
early.
doesn't have the logo.
It doesn't. He put it on. But
All
I
he
think
needed was for that buff to be hanging out one of his many shirts. That was only the last thing that could have gone wrong here.
we love
Would you
Raymond,
want to
though.
make him post-merge? In for a penny.
No, he's
Right. As
well,
much
he's
as the Survivor
pre-merge.
box set was. Okay, pre-merge?
Raymond is pre-merge.
Okay, well, you will join the trio, Raymond. I don't know,
Okay.
fourth at this point. Here's Scott.
Oh, okay.
Scott.
This is an interesting pose. Okay, shirt tucked in,
Tucked in, yeah. But just one shirt. But
just
just the one.
just one shirt. I
Yeah.
feel like it's Scott, a lifeguard. I feel like gymnastics, something outdoorsy, sports related, like counselor, because this is a very
Oh, let's see
interesting.
counselor. Yeah.
Now I ain't never see a pose like this where it's like
Oh,
hands are to
you're
the
right.
side,
Oh my
right?
gosh, his hands are so flat, they're near invisible.
So that's interesting because it's like you can't really see his thumb.
You can kind of
You can kind of, but you can't
you
though,
can see
right?
like
It's
a
like
very thin like
hiding in
profile
plain
version.
sight.
Yeah.
And so again, a pose like this is like I'm ready to play. But he has this smile, blonde hair. He's got the buff perfectly put on where it's like off to the side. He's got his little necklace. Like this is a very interesting pose because it's almost very unassuming, right? Like I feel like we're gonna feel like we love Scott. Scott's friendly, but I also feel like Scott might be a killer. Scott might be a shark.
Well, Scott, his job, he's
Is
an
he a
art
painter?
director.
An
He's an
art
art, yeah,
director.
so art director for a museum in Tasmania that I don't know if you've heard of Mona, but it's like probably our most famous museum. It's very weird. It's all like strange. Like they have a wall of vulvas.
Oh.
They have a poo machine where you see the digestive system. They have
Oh.
optical illusions. They have scary things. Like we went into this room and it was just like screaming and lights flashing. It was so anxiety inducing. And he's the art director for that museum. If you ever come to Australia, Bryce, and I really hope you do one
I
day,
I really want
Tasmania and
to.
Mona should be on the list.
Okay. I also feel like Scott is so very he loves what he does because again, I can
Mm.
see the art splashes on his shirt and his
Oh yeah,
pants.
you're right. Why he has a shirt that's like literally covered in like paint?
Right.
But
Uh
why? Why would you bring that shirt? Why would like? I mean, it's very like on brand, but I don't think he like. You need to show that you're arty by wearing like a dirty art top.
but to be an art director, right? Like there's a lot of
There's
movie.
paint on his pants too,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I was like,
everywhere.
he has
Yeah.
something to do with paint, right?
Wash your
But
clothes before you come on the island, Scott. Like, what is the
well,
issue
paint
here?
doesn't come off.
Yeah,
But
clearly.
I feel like there is a lot that goes into being an art director of a gout. Like there's so much. So, I mean, I know you're gonna hate this, but like, I mean, I could see. I'm going to put Scott final four.
Oh, and he's a big fan though as well.
Oh, I could tell. But
Mm.
again, it's like very interesting how he like hands to the side, and again, he's playing like he's not taking no, like he's playing. Like I feel like Scott is locking in final three. First 20 minutes, he's out on the island.
I'm like wiping my screen, trying to see like, is my screen dirty or is that his clothes? And it's like, no, that is his clothes. My screen is also dirty. But a lot of that is just like there's paint. I wouldn't have noticed that. See, that's the attention to detail. But all right, so Scott's going far in a
That's
very competitive field of post merges. Let's get to bias.
oh. Okay, Tobias. I love this this fleece material of this button up that we have. He's got the quintessential winner pose. He's tilted to the side. He's got his buff fluffed out. Like that's an
Yeah.
intentional fluff out.
Mm.
Uh he's got tattoos. He's got stories to tell. He's looking directly at us. Uh a strong smile. I can't tell. Is this corduroy? Looks
Yeah.
like it could
Corduroy, yeah.
could it be corduroy?
Yeah.
So I mean, this is what I will say. Like because I'm gonna say like I wonder how Tobias will fit in with this tribe, but also I feel like I could definitely see Tobias working with Scott or what's my motorcycle guy?
Garrick. Yeah.
Garrick. I definitely could see Tobias just age-wise connecting with Garrick.
Well, I feel like he's like 20 years younger than Garrick.
But I feel like they're
Or
going to
like
be
15.
right.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like there will be the older gentlemen of our tribes.
I feel like Tobias would hate this being compared to Garrick, which is
No,
fine, but like,
but again, I also feel like I don't know. Cause for me, it's like, what does Garrick do? I feel like he isn't in corporate America, like, or well, not America, but like I feel like he's not in
he's
like
in corporate America.
I feel like he could again, like I don't know, like something with plants, outdoors, style. Because again, it's like this. It's that corduroy for me. It's very chic. It's telling me a lot. And I feel like looking at Tobias in his eyes and the way that he is smiling at us, like I feel like we're going to like Tobias. Like I'm almost getting like Ricard vibes a little bit from
Oh,
Tobias.
Mike and I felt we would not like Tobias. Like we felt like he was going to be like kind of arrogant and have like a big fall. He's a construction manager, so as you said, like working outside.
Yeah.
And he's like a adrenaline junkie, like skydiving, motorcycle. So that might be the Garrett connection that you see.
And
Quite a few people on this tribe are very motorcycle enthused.
and so
So
so given that he is construction, we like Tobias, right? But I'm going to put him an early pre-merge because if
because you
he's a
have to,
construction
because we have no slots left.
if he's a construction manager, that means he's used to managing the workforce. And sometimes that don't work out on a Survivor, and especially not on the rebel tribe where there are some free spirits. And so I feel like you're going to get a lot of free spirits that kind of want to like, beat to their own drum, and we don't need somebody telling us when we need to clock in and when we don't need to clock in.
I feel like corduroy is a terrible material as well.
But see, it
Surely,
also feels like the fluffy thing. But see, that's the thing that's throwing me off with Tobias is that like I can see the construction worker vibes, but it's that like I definitely feel like Tobias is married or has a long-term girlfriend because she 1,000% got him that corduroy button up.
the vibe I get from Tobias is it might not have been a girlfriend. It might have been like one of many hookups. But like also like why corduroy? I feel like that won't do well in the wet. It's weird from like a warmth perspective. I don't know, just like a
But you
strange.
could tell it's that light
That's true.
corduroy material just
Mm.
by the looking of it. Like, looks cozy.
How often are people wearing corduroy these days? I feel like that's just a very unique choice. We're at the women now. Last section, the women rebels. This is Eileen.
Okay, we like Eileen. I feel
Oh, I
like
just noticed something.
wait, let me see. Okay, well, number one, she got both hands down. So that means like she is like, I'm not threatening, I'm not anything. However, she's got her hands in her pockets and the thumbs are down.
Yep.
So I feel like sis ain't like, I feel like sis wants you to see her as unassuming, unlike, like, but I feel like she got them thumbs buried in them pockets. So it's like she gonna pull a hat trick. I feel like very friendly. Yeah, I love everybody.
I
Uh,
know, too much. All of you win. You're like Kitty. She wanted everyone to win. That's like there's a 24-person tie.
but it's like it's so hard because it's like again, especially with these new seasons, you just you go off of people's energy.
I know I hear
But
you, but you have to make a decision,
I
Brice.
know
Cut some people.
I don't want
I'm
to,
gonna
but
go through the whole cast after with you and just make you cut people. Like
okay.
cut them from your 40-person merge tribe.
So I feel like I'm gonna say she's a pre-merge because I have to,
Oh.
right? But
But
I
you have
feel
this is
like
so this is you know what this reminds me of, and it's really random. Like, have you ever watched The Voice? And
mhm.
they make their teams, but then like by the end, it's like they've already filled up their teams, and then someone doesn't have as much. I feel like that system never made sense to me, and it's kind of what's happening now with you.
Well, I feel like the reason why people will potentially target her is that I think that they would just assume, oh, she's not playing because she's just so friendly smile, like good vibes. And then I think that when we'll huddle up and be like, who you thinking? Who you thinking? She gonna throw out a name. And I think that that might make the waves of like, oh, I didn't think that she'd be playing because it's again, she's so friendly. It's that beautiful smile, like, hey, but clearly, and the way that she has her buff cuffed, like she knows the game.
She's a huge fan, and that's why I genuinely think she covered her thumbs on purpose. I think the photographer could have been like, "Put your hands on," and she would have been like, "I'm
Nope.
taking my thumb. Like, you will not see my thumbs. Brice will not pull me out on this." I truly think she's that big a fan. So she's a waitress and a sales manager, huge super fan. She likes cats. Eileen is me, but way more outdoorsy and suited to Survivor than I'll ever be.
And it's like, now you're not gonna like this comparison just because I said she was a pre-early, but I see Erica vibes from like, you know what I mean? Like I really do, because again, I see the gamer, like I see the Survivor gamer. And it's like, even if you look at the subtle things where it's like both her arms are like again down, but the arm without a buff has a slight little that's
Mm.
like, you don't think that I'm ready, but I'm ready. But
Mm-hmm.
again, you're
Mm.
never going to see it coming from me because I'm going to I'm going to play the role of like that. Hey, what's up? But we like her.
And this is a tribe of shirt tuckers.
That they love
But
to tuck their shirts.
this is a relaxed tuck. It's like
This is I got a
mm,
little hanging out a little bit,
mm,
you know?
mm.
She
It's
chill.
considered, but it's like it's kind of the way that I feel I would be chill if I was ever chill, like super considered chill. Like I've worked really hard on being chill. That's this relaxed kind of tuck that she has going on. All right, here we have Kelly.
Oh, okay. Love Kelly. Again, I feel like Kelly's profession. Like I feel like it is definitely something in the holistic realm, something to do with nature, something to do outside. I feel like Kelly is she again, love the overalls. I feel like, again, maybe one of the best looks we've seen on this tribe. She's got bracelets, her hands in the pockets, but again, we see the thumbs. But I also feel like Kelly is somebody that like we're not going to expect, right? Like I feel like Kelly got the business. Like I feel like Kelly is obviously fit. She's fashionable. I feel like she's got that big crystal or that big necklace. And for me, that tells me like she's into like astronomy. She's into signs. She's into energy of the people. So we love Kelly. What does Kelly do for a living?
She's a psychologist, so that might be the energy you're
Energy.
picking up.
Yes.
But she also does feel like a very free spirit. Like on her Instagram, she does outdoor karaoke,
Yeah. Oh.
stand up, amateur stand up. She does a lot of things that I watched. So she seems like a bit of a free spirit for sure. Definitely a big personality. Maybe the
Right.
biggest I've seen on this
Really?
season.
So,
Yeah.
and I can definitely see it just from like the outfit choice that it's like definitely bold. And again, if she's a psychologist, then she's able to read people. So I feel like she's going to have
Post merge.
a a read on people. I'm just interested in, I wonder how she'll convey those information to people, whether if she'll like share it or if she'll keep it all to herself. But I definitely get a free spirit from Kelly.
Well, I mean, firstly, thumbs, not good.
Right.
And secondly, the denim overalls, which we've seen before many times in Australian Survivor. I just feel like that's just not a practical Survivor outfit. Like the denim and the overalls, like two very inconvenient island-based fashion choices in one.
I would agree, but I also feel like it gives Issa look, but I also feel like she has on a one strap shirt though. Like I feel like that or hard to see. Maybe
Ooh, does
maybe
she? I don't know. Or a
it looks
tank
like it
top.
could be a one
Mhm.
strap.
I think a tank top, but yeah. A one strap shirt would be crazy. I don't think it is. I think her hair is covering the
Okay,
other.
okay.
I think so.
But I also feel like I'm a little nervous in Kelly's pose because like I feel like I can see the Kelly vibe, but I also get the hesitation. I also get a little nervousness. So I'm worried that Kelly also, because she's a psychologist, like I feel like she's going to be able to listen, hear people in, and I feel like she's going to have a lot of empathy for people. So I get worried if the time comes to pull the trigger on a name that she cares about, that I feel like she's like, I don't know if I want to, like, I don't know. And it's like sometimes if you are on the pot and if you are not, then like, they, they
Get
going
off
to
the pot.
get off
Yeah.
the pot. So I do worry about Kelly in the sense of like, just, I see the nervousness, I see the hesitation in Kelly,
Mm.
but I also see the huge personality. I feel like Kelly's going to be great TV.
But we're gonna your voice team is filled up. So Kelly, all of the rebel women straight through to
No,
the.
because I don't even want, I don't listen.
Nah, it's
I
fine. You can. You can, but you go with your gut. You're
so I
bound to be
mean,
right on some of them. So it's a
so
good way
I
to do it.
just oh.
Wait. So Kelly, you pre-merge, post merge.
So we're gonna do pre-merge for Kelly.
Okay, but this is Kirby.
Oh,
This
we
is such
like
an interesting pose.
it
I
is.
feel.
But I almost feel like I get the personality because I feel like it's almost like not a parody, but almost because number one, this is the quintessential Brice Izyah Instagram post. Okay, so
Yeah, it
that's
really
number
is.
one.
It
It
really
really
is.
is. Uh, but I also feel like I see the tattoos. I see the way that she has the buff, or I see the way that they have it on their hand, the bun. I feel like I like Kirby's energy. Like I also feel like, first of all, a quintessential Brice Izyah hand. Like, so
Everything. It's literally like she studied your Instagram.
right. So
But I
we
don't think
love
she did. I
it.
don't think she's enough of a fan for that, but yeah.
But I also feel like Kirby get down to business though, right? Like I feel like, she just got on a t-shirt. Like I feel like she can have a bathing suit underneath. And it's just like a long shirt. So I'm going to say post merge for Kirby, but I'm going to say potential for the iconic third boot just because of the Brice Izyah pose. And again, the third boot is the highest compliment. It's the
So it's
highest
both
form of love.
things. Unless third boot is post merge, in which case it can be. But you think post merge?
So I definitely think post merge because
Okay.
I think Kirby, but I think Kirby get down to business. Like I just feel like that smile is like it's the hair up in the bun for me because it's like Kirby like I ain't got time to play. Like I feel like Kirby has played sports, like team sports before. Cause again, this is like a team photo with the hair up in the bun. Like, I definitely get that. Like, Kirby is going to be one of the people that understands the game. It's physical, but also understands the game and understands how to maneuver. So we like Kirby.
Well, Kirby, you should be burned at the stake for real. She's been a professional netball and football player. She's currently, I mean, I know Belle, incredible. She's currently a women's football coach. She mentors young Indigenous girls around sport. She has an award, even, or a competition named after her for young Indigenous girls in sport. So,
Final
yeah.
three, Kirby. Final
Okay.
three.
Oh, okay. Liking, yeah. Well, I spoke to Nikai Danza last night, and he said Kirby's his winner pick.
Uh, I could see
So
it. I see it again, and it's for me. It's the bun because one, you could tell her hair is wet, so it's like she put the bun up either in the shower or right after the shower to minimize her getting ready. Like it, like Kirby ain't no joke, right? And you coach, you're on teams, that sportsmanship, that like camaraderie, like girl. I'm with Nick. Okay, I like Kirby. Final three.
Kirby was weird because I felt so good about her, and then her bio had things where she was like, "I can be. People think I'm rude," or like, and I was like, "Ugh." Like there were red flags, but I almost made her post merge anyway because I just felt good about her. So I feel like she's enigmatic to me. But if you and Nick are both on board, she might be. I might want to make her post merge again, but I can't go back and forth. But I'm not like you, just making
Make a
everyone post
decision.
merge.
Make a decision.
Button your shirt. That's my new thing. That when I want people to make a decision.
Oh,
This is
do we
Peter.
do we see where this buff is?
Oh, don't do that. Yeah, 1 of 24, Brice. And
Oh,
so this is bad, Peter. Why are you wearing a
okay,
buff up there? What are you doing?
we like Peter with the hat again, hand on the hip. Again, I feel like
This is a
Peter got
strange pose.
it is a strange pose, but I also feel like you want to play nice with Peter. I feel like Peter will be your best friend, but I also feel like if you cross Peter, she'll be your nightmare, right? Like I feel like I definitely get those energies from Peter, which makes me a little nervous because again, I feel like that's what her pose is saying, hand on the hip, and that's like she's a pointy elbow, like she is saying very clear,
Yeah.
like don't play with me. But also how in her hand is also says that like her gentle side. I definitely get Peter has a lot of tattoos. For me, it's like Peter has a lived story. I feel like with that hat, also, again, she's up for adventure. I also feel like Peter is like me. When I wake up in the morning, I might be one Brice, okay? Leave me alone. But then let me get myself together. After I had some coffee, I'm friendly. I feel like that hair on the one side is like, hey, what's up? What's going on? Sure, on the other side is like, what you want to do? Like, I feel like Peter, I love this energy from Peter. We see that wolf
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
tattoo.
I actually didn't see it until you pointed it out right now. And then I looked, I was like, I was staring into its soul.
And so again, like wolves, they roll in packs. right?
Mm.
They could be hunters, uh, but they're also like, they roll in packs. They're also nurturers. They also stay together. She loyal, okay? Like, I feel like they're like, yeah, I like Peter. I feel like Peter has something like animal about her. I feel like she definitely has more than 3 pets. I feel
Okay.
like one of them could be a bird.
Okay. I don't know. But yeah.
But
And
I
what else are
also
you
feel
picking up?
like I also get she could be a hairstylist, right? Like, or some type of, because I just feel like what does Peter do for a living?
She's a bar manager. Yeah.
Okay,
Retail, customers.
retail
Yeah.
customer service, but
Mhm.
also one, when you work at the bar, what do? You work on tips. Hey, how you doing? Hey, good to see you.
Actually,
What you
not
want?
as much here. In Australia, we just pay people living
Oh,
wages in Australia. Yeah.
I need to come over there.
Yeah.
But
It's a whole thing with
also,
what's going
it's
on.
like, hey, you want your regular drink? I got you. But
Yeah,
also,
yeah.
it's
That's still
like,
customer service. You can still get
hey,
tips. Yeah.
cut it out. Get him out. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I feel like that's that, like, I see it in Peter. So I feel like, yeah, you're going to hate me.
Do it. It's fine. This is Mike's winner pick.
Yeah,
So,
I see for sure post merge. But I also feel like my why I'm not going to give Peter my winner pick is because I feel like, again, she could be like this season's D, but I fear that's very similar to D on this season. When somebody said D name, they had to go. Like, there wasn't anything. So I feel like if you get Peter's wolf, like, Peter's not going to stop until you're gone. So that worries me in a game like this. But I guarantee you, Peter and Garrick, first day, they're gonna like each other. Like, I feel like that, I feel like Peter, Garrick, and who's the construction worker manager?
Tobias.
Tobias. I feel like I could see Peter with them. And I also could see Peter working with who is with the bun?
Kirby.
Kirby.
Well, you are picking up on the motorcycle alliance with Garrick and Tobias. Peter's also like motorcycles, and that she's also like you. The way you were saying that she's kind of like a very like a varied person. She was a teen mom. She has kids. She beachy, but she's also like a biker chick. She's a bar manager. She's a super fan as well, which surprised me. So she's got the layers. She's literally wearing layers. She's kind of surprising in that way, which I liked. Ended up making her post merge as the more I got about her. So I feel like you're seeing a
Yeah.
lot of that in her. But yeah, that wolf, that's what I think it is. It's the difference between what kind of Peter are you getting today, and she could be a very kind of
Right. And
yeah
and the
varied
protector.
person.
Like a
Mm,
protector. Right.
a llama bear.
Right. I see where Mike is going with this
Mm,
because, again, I think about final stories. I think about final tribal and the things, and I feel like, yeah, I could see a lot with Peter. Uh I definitely could see that, but I just worry that somebody gonna tick Peter off and she gonna let him have it. I mean, it's gonna be great TV, but yeah, and then people might be like, "Oh, yeah, you know how people are when you make a scene on Survivor." Then it's like, "Oh, I don't like." So I don't know, but I know I'm gonna love Peter. Let
all
me
right,
watch.
well, let's keep it moving. This is Rihanna, who you noticed before in the
Oh,
cast
it's
picture.
so interesting. Under my umbrella, Ella, Ella, eh, eh. So this is interesting because such different dynamics than what I'm getting from that original pose. Again, this is
Mm,
also a very interesting one. She is like, she doesn't have pockets. It's kind of like a overalls, but it's like the material overalls. So they're lightweight,
yeah.
they'll dry early. And so instead of the hands on her pockets, she's just doing her hands right there where you can kind of see.
Hmm.
Very interesting, right? Again, very unassuming, very like, not threatening. But again, if you look, her hands are up and ready. So it's not like, I feel like Rihanna is coming in here to play. Uh, I feel like she has some type of sports in her. I don't know why, like the way she's holding this is like, did you wrestle? Because I feel like that's like I see a lot of wrestlers with that. She has her hair up in a ponytail, And for me, it's like the big scrunchy ponytail. So for me, it's like I feel like she's young at heart. Or how old is Rihanna? Is she younger?
Actually, I don't know, 20s? I'm guessing.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
but I definitely get active. I definitely get some type of like she takes care of her body, fitness, and again, the way that she has that her ponytail up, I feel like it's protective. Like, I'm going for a run. I can see her as a runner.
Mm.
She is, it's just interesting, right? Because it's like seeing her in that original tribe photo, she gave a lot more like
Mm.
dominating presence. And here it's almost like a little, like I almost want to say like a little shy, but it's really not
Mm.
shy because it's almost like, I don't know if you somebody's ever like getting in your face and you like to, like, you just kind of like, if you don't shut up, like, it's kind of
That's
like
what you're
that,
getting?
kind of like reserved a little bit, but I don't want to say that it's like shy because I feel like it's not shy.
Mm. I mean, I felt like, yeah, she was kind of serving more in the cast photo, but I feel like this is more indicative of who she is. What do you think she does job wise?
So I think it's something like I definitely think it is like a 9 to 5, something with numbers, computers. I definitely can see that like she's smart, is what I'm getting.
She's a paramedic.
Uh, mm.
And she's
See,
also very like outdoorsy, skydives, kind of adventurous.
that's that holding that in the middle, right? Because that's that like we waiting for a call. I got
Mhm,
my like
mhm.
I got my
Yeah.
partner with
That's like
me.
holding a vest, yeah.
Right.
That assumes she's
That's
I don't know,
bun. I said sports, but also
ready
like
to go.
in that paramedic feel where it's like my hair can't get in the way. I also feel like anyone that is in that medical field, especially like a nurse or a paramedic, I feel like they understand a lot. You get calls, you don't know what type of situation that you are pulling up. So you got to scope the scene, you got to see what's up, you got to keep yourself safe, but you also have to give service. So I feel like she is going to be a great player, right? I feel like she's almost giving me Kelly from this season
It's high
vibes.
praise. All right, interesting. Should we go to the last one? Do you have more on Rihanna? Last
I mean,
person? Oh, you're saying post merge as well. I genuinely, if we count it, I think it might be like 19 and 5. Like that's where I think. But that's where you're going.
listen.
And some of those people will make the merge. So you're gonna be right about some
I
of
mean,
them.
right. So I mean, my
Someone has to
odds.
make the merge. And you've said everyone will make the merge. So you're gonna be right about probably half of them.
Who is our final one?
All
Let's
right. So
see.
this is Sarah. I actually hadn't noticed what this shirt said before right now. Cowgirls still need to sauna.
Hold on. My slide is still on Okay.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
okay.
Okay. I don't know what happened.
Oh, okay. Hand on the hip, can't see the thumb.
Mm-hmm.
Uh straw hat telling me like you are like from a rural area, like work with the lands. I see that tattoo on the front means something.
Hmm.
Big shirt, like interesting. It's almost like she reminds me a little bit like the second that I see her, she reminds me of like Jeffra from my season a little bit, just from like just looks, like just with the hats. Jeffra wore a hat, and so I feel like again I get very on the younger side. I feel like her and someone earlier who had the thongs on. I feel like
Alex.
Alex, I think like they will work together. I also can see her and Peta. I feel like Peta Mama Bear with her. Again, she hands on the hip, ready to play, hands to the side, like I'm open. I wonder because it's like she has a smile and she's looking at us, right? But I also feel like it's like one of those smiles where it's like I don't know really what to give. Like, right, I see nervousness in her, but
She's not really smizing.
right. But it also is like the way that her eyes are. It's kind of like it's like looking past us, right? Like
Yeah.
I feel like she's nervous. And
I kind
she
of feel like it's like record scratch, freeze frame. You're probably wondering how I wound up here.
Yeah,
Like she
yeah,
kind of
right.
seems like a little, how did I get here? That's like
Right.
that face to me, I kind of feel.
And so it's hard for me to determine if whether like if that is nervousness or if that is I can't believe I'm here, right? Because like being nervous is different than like I can't believe I'm here. Like I'm about to like have the time of my life. So it's like very interesting. But again, it's like hands on the hip, bigger shirt, but very snatching that waist and just like let y'all know. Body yada yada yada. Like you know what I mean? Like I feel like
Hmm.
we like Sarah.
What do you think for her job?
Like I feel like she fresh out of school. I feel like she is so the hats like this always throw me off because I feel
Mm.
like hard for me, but I also feel
I feel like
like
you're not gonna, it's a very surprising job that she has.
I could see her with like accounting. I can see her like working with preschool kids. Like I could see, like it's hard because this look is so unassuming in a sense. It's like, this is a chill look. Everybody got this look. But I am curious for the hat because I don't feel like it is necessarily like a fashion statement. Like I feel like that's something that like she wants to represent and show us.
Well, she does say cowgirls still need to sauna, so I think she is kind of like rurally based, but she is a firefighter.
So we already know Sarah and
Rihanna, yeah, the
Rihanna.
paramedic. I know they have like a whole like little emergency department in this tribe, which I
Yeah,
think is funny because they also seem to have a lot of really reckless people. So I
right.
was like, this is good. Might be necessary.
But also it's like it's funny, but because also when I think of firefighters and I think of EMTs and ambulance, like they save people, but I also feel like they party, right? Like I feel like when you're at the firehouse and it ain't no, you're not on call on your shift, like they eating, drinking, but I also feel like they have that again camaraderie mentality. But I definitely feel like Sarah will be with the younger squad that I have named. So I feel like but I love Sarah, but only because I have to say pre-merge so that Shannon doesn't yell at
Well,
me.
she doesn't stand out for you enough to make her your 40th post merge pick. So that says something because you did
But
it for Kirby and Peter
but she
and
does though,
Brianna. I
right?
think did
Because
you?
I
Yeah,
also
did you? Yeah.
now that you said firefighter, right? Now that
Yeah.
look kind of means something else to me a little bit, right? Where it's like I got to use my words, but it's hard to like because it's like because I don't feel like she's necessarily scared, right? Because I feel like if you're a firefighter, you are courageous. You have that, like, it's like almost like I'm holding my breath. Like I'm waiting for, like, I'm waiting to go. But I definitely know that Sarah will be a worker bee. I definitely know that Sarah will contribute around camp. I definitely know that she is going to be able to get in with her people, which is interesting. But also, I feel like she's going to be great at challenges. Is she a Survivor fan? Because I want to say
I don't think
yes.
so. I
Oh.
don't. Not that I'm aware of. I could be wrong, but not one that's been told to me as such, which many of them have. So I don't think so. I kind of feel like they thought pretty firefighter, and they were like, "That's the gimmick." I don't know that she's a fan. I could be wrong, but okay. So she's pre-merge. Who is your winner pick, Bryce? I'm gonna
Okay.
speak.
So my two winner picks are
Who's your one winner pick, Bryce? You can pick one winner.
so wait, who's the first one? Who had the thong? Because mind you, y'all not gonna like my picks, but I'm going with what I go with.
You
Uh
want? Oh, what? Why is my? You want? No, not what? Do you
I
want
want
Alex?
Alex and Valeria are my winner picks.
Valeria, you said was going to be pre-merge. She's one of the only three people you said would be. I feel like Valeria is your favorite, but she's not your winner pick.
So
Why is this? This is now. Okay.
we love Valeria. Uh so I'm gonna go. Well, I love Carolyn. I'm gonna go with Jessica.
You're gonna go with Jessica? I wanted Alex and Valeria and all people you just said.
So mind you, I can have a couple. Like I think that like
No, you
out
can't.
of
You can't. One winner pick. One pick.
well,
You can't just hedge your bets
so I'm gonna
like you
go
did
with
with the post merges.
I'm gonna go with Jessica and Alex.
Okay, but now choose between them.
I can't. I don't know.
Brice, choose between them right now.
I mean, we love Nathan. We love Winner. I feel like Winner's name is in it. I don't know. It's just something about this. Like, I'm gonna go with Alex.
All
But
right.
no, but then I don't want them to say, "Oh, he's picking a guy." So it's like, I'm gonna go with Jessica.
Is that what you want?
I mean, no, because I want them all to win. And
Oh
I
my
honestly
God,
like. I love.
Brice!
Okay, all right. Sorry.
This is a competitive game show. It's cutthroat.
You know what? Okay, so Alex is my.
You want to go with Alex or
So
Jessica?
I'm gonna go with Alex, but I'm also gonna go with what's hair bun that is
Kirby.
Is it Yeah, I'm gonna go with Alex and Kirby.
No, you got choose
Okay,
one.
All right, I'm gonna go with Kirby.
You're gonna go with Kirby now, not Alex.
Alex he has my heart, so that's all that matters. But
All
we're
right.
gonna go with Kirby.
Is that your final answer?
That's my final one.
All right, well, she has the Brice Izyah pose down.
She does. So.
She does. Like you could almost superimpose.
Yeah, you really could.
Photo of
and
you.
It's like when Window always makes fun of me because I lean over a little bit. So I mean, she does have the quintessential Brice.
It's crazy. It's honestly iconic. But okay, I don't know how to. How do I do this? Did it. We did it, Brice. Thank you so much for giving so much of your time to do Issa look, even though sometimes I was a little bit mean to you. But
I'm used to it.
Yeah. But from me or just from people?
From you, because we're just so competitive.
Mean.
So,
I'm so mean. I'm trying to look into that about why my podcast dynamic is to be so mean to people. Like I truly like I was thinking that I'm like every single podcast dynamic I have is just so other than maybe to Mike, and even then, like I don't know, I think I'm just too mean. My shtick
I
now
love it.
on purpose, but it's not on purpose.
I love it. It's hard for me because I love all of these great people. So
yeah, they're all going to make the merge. They're all going to, even though it's an honor to be pre-merge, they're all going to do so well.
But let's give a shout out, because this happened last season. Shout out to Winner, just started following me. Okay.
So because you followed him and then he followed you back.
We're big on Winner. So
okay, well, there you go. Anyone who follows Brice gets added to his many winner picks as well. So we're just gonna take the whole cast. But Brice, thank you so much. Tell the people where they can find you, what you have going on, all the content you're creating. That's always so fun.
Yes. I'm the host of the Purple Pants podcast. We cover Survivor. We cover Amazing Race. We cover all types of shows. Love and Hip Hop, Real Housewives franchise. We cover Love on the Spectrum. So it's really just a dose of myself, my personality, with the Survivor 46 season getting ready to gear up. I'm getting ready to go on the road with Brice and Wynn Presents. So we are getting ready to unleash a lot of the funness for our season. And then, I'm the creator of the Brice Izyah Zaddy calendar. The 2024 Zaddy calendar is available. And hopefully we saw some of the Survivor AUs that will make the 2025 Zaddy calendar. But yeah, I'm all around Brice Izyah, and I love working with Shannon. I cannot wait to get off because I'm immediately going online to try to find how people had their buffs so that I could have plus 1,000 points with Shannon.
Impossible. I just can't imagine one person wore it out of their shorts as a towel. But if you find it, that would be incredible. Like, I want to be wrong about it because I want that to exist, but I just don't think it's how anyone in the cast photo or ever has ever worn a buff. It's not safe. It's not practical. Doesn't look good. It actually just has no redeeming qualities. Now, did some crazy Survivor person do that? Maybe, but they shouldn't have. And I don't think they did. So we'll see. That's where we're at.
I'm just here to prove you wrong. Okay.
Always. Well, this has been the preseason. Australian Survivor starts on Monday. RHAP patrons get it easily and quickly. Cast assessment with Mike is up. The Survivor UK deep dives that I did are up. I announced yesterday I'm going to be on Talking Tribal with George and Chrissy. There's no preseason episode for that. That'll just be post week 1. We'll be back on set. Really excited about all of that. It's going to be a big season, Brice. Thank you so much for capping off the preseason with me in our tradition. It's always so much fun. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, thank you as well to everyone for listening, for following along with us as we head into this big season. Thank you to our team behind the scenes. Thank you again, Brice. And I will see you all for week 1.